Evening. Welcome back to Instant Spurs episode 18. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up everyone watching from home. Hope you're all doing well. Lads, thank you for joining us. Let's say hello to you all. Guy, how you doing, buddy? How are you?
Oh, apart from our dog shit team, I'm doing quite well, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for coming on. And Benji, debut on the channel. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming on as well.
Getting me on. No, thank you very much. I'm not doing too bad. Broken like the rest of us, but what about yourself? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You feeling all right? Because you said you're a little bit under the weather when I messaged you earlier.
Yeah, mate, a bit rough. I don't know what it is. I've been ill for like the last, 2 weeks, just under the weather, mate, really. But yeah, I'll get over it. Spurs are helping me anyway. I just love watching them win. So.
Oh, mate. Anyway, cheers for coming on, mate. And Stel, how you doing, buddy? How are you?
We're on our way to the championship. We're on our way. How do we get there? I don't know. How do we get there? I don't care. All I know is Tottenham's on their way. We're on our way.
Yeah. Oh, mate. How you doing? You good?
Bring it on.
Relegation. Bring it on. You ready tonight?
He's ready to face Charlton. He's ready to go against Charlton and Millwall.
I'm ready for Millwall away, Charlton away. Bring it on. Yeah.
The excitement in the afternoon, that Man City comeback, eh? I'm sure you want to talk about that, guys. That was something. Cookie, mate, how you doing, mate? How are you?
Yeah, big up, chaps. Yeah, I'm fine, mate. Yeah, just chilling. You know, had a stress-free day today. You've texted me earlier. Yeah, you coming on tonight? Yeah. And in between, I fell asleep, mate. I literally woke up 5 minutes ago as I walked in here when I text you. I put the computer on and sat down. So whatever happens, let me go last. All right? Let me wake up a bit.
I knew you were falling asleep, mate. I knew it. That's why I had to message you again.
I knew it, sorry, mate. I'm so
a bit late for you.
I've been out in the air all day. You know, it's like old man now. I've been up the allotment in the fresh air all day. And I've come back and crashed, mate. It's mad. But yeah, it's all good, mate. I'm having a good day. Thank you very much for asking.
Well, thank you, lads, for coming on to the show. People in the chat, please smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Much appreciated. Just say a couple of hellos in the chat. Who we got? Hello, Rob. How you doing, mate? Fine bunch of talent, better than the Spurs sub bench. And we got Scott in the house as well. Most of our players are championship level, so it should be an easy transition. Scott, how you doing, man? How you doing? And big up to CEM as well. Evening all. Yeah, thanks, guys, for being here. Look, let's start off with that match yesterday. Really? Anyone want to take that one first? Another defeat.
Well, I'll go quickly. I was offered a free ticket to go there. I was offered a free ticket by my mate. He was like, "Oh, why do you want to come up to Manchester? Come on." And then I realised I'm going to have to wake up at 6 a.m. and then I'm going to have to get a train up. And then I'm going to see us lose. And then I'm going to have to deal with all the arrogant red shirt wearing devils. And I just went, no, fuck that. And I had a massive migraine in the morning and I watched Spurs get pummeled. And yeah, it was a good match. Good match, guys. Good match.
I feel a hint of sarcasm there from Guy. I mean, I don't.
Would I ever, my friend? Would I ever do that, my friend? You've known me. I mean everything I say.
So, just Guy, that Romero sending off. How were you feeling after that? You thought the game was done? Did you think that we could come back? What was your thoughts?
Okay, so we were playing some good football. We could actually string a couple of passes together, which was nice. It was nice to see a couple of passes strung together. Then the Romero red card, and I've had some people argue it's not. It is. Studs. Done. Someone said to me, "Oh, in the 90s, it wouldn't be a red card." And I was like, dude, in the 90s, there were metal studs that would have ripped the cleat. But no, it's red. Am I annoyed? Yes, because this is the biggest. It's not that he got sent off. And this, I need to say this. The biggest reason why I'm pissed off about this is because he is now out for 4 games. And we've got a bare bones squad as it is. So it's one of those things I just went, why? Why? Why
Sorry,
did you have to go through
yeah.
with studs?
Why is he
Why?
up?
Sorry?
Why is he up for 4 games?
I don't know, mate.
Because he's already got a red card this season.
Get an extra game, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that. Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's out for. We're losing a player when we've got 11 players out due to injury. So that's the reason why I'm really pissed off at him, because obviously he knows that we've got a bare bones squad. He put on a follow through, and it is what it is. We've got to accept it. It's a red. I'm sure that he's sitting at home and dealing with the trauma of that. But yeah, and after that, I mean, people say it killed the momentum. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we had much momentum going forward. But yeah, I mean, Vicaria did some good saves, but we conceded 2 and we lost the game. It's points lost again, points lost, and that's the first time that we've lost to Man United in years. In years, my brother sent me a text going, "Lol, you lost to Manchester United. Usually you beat them." I'm like, not in this day. But no, it wasn't a good game of football overall. I mean, people say grassroots, or was it green shoots is the term people use? Green shoots. But yeah, I mean, I nearly bought a Gallagher shirt because he nearly scored a goal. Because Dan, I said if Gallagher scores a goal for us, I'll buy a Tottenham shirt with his name on it. But no, I'm not happy with the result or performance. Not really. It's another loss. It's more points gone. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, cheers, guy. Anyone else want to come in and have their say on the game yesterday?
Yeah, look, do you know what, right? It's funny. I watched that game and I came away from it. I didn't come away from it angry. I came away from it disappointed. I think overall it was a decent performance. I think 11 versus 11. I think it was pretty even, and everyone seems to be sucking off Man United at the moment because they're so great, apparently, and it's just a little manager bounce, but whatever. Look, I'll be honest with you. For me, that Romero challenge, I might be the only person here who thinks this, but for me, I understand rules are rules, fine. There were studs, fine. That, he's got to go. I understand. That's not what I'm angry at. What I'm angry at is I feel, I mean, I keep hearing people say, oh, it was a silly decision from Romero. I don't think so. I think it was determination. I think what actually happened was law of motion. The guy went for the ball moves quicker than the guy, he ends up whacking matey boy's leg. That's that. I mean, when he got that red card, I was screaming at the TV because I'm almost sat there thinking, what's he done? I mean, look, they'll show stills, they'll show slow motion, and then you can sort of understand, oh, okay, fair enough, the stubs have hit the leg. But if you look at the situation as a whole, I just think it was law of motion. I don't think it was Romero's fault, personally. Again, I don't think it was a rash challenge. I think he was just determined, trying to get to the ball. And as soon as that happened, I then sat there and I thought, watch the fucking Romero hate watch kick off. Oh, this guy's lost his head, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, the other day, him putting that post out about a disappointing transfer window. What the fuck is everyone's problem? It was a disappointing transfer window. Romero, for me, is the closest thing you've got to a fucking fan deal with the transfer. So, I don't know. But look, overall, I thought it was a half decent game. I think we did well to hold on. Man United are in a good vein of form at the minute, fine. But, like I said earlier, I didn't come away angry, which for me is a fucking positive. So, yeah.
Don't you think he's a liability, though? Honestly, I've had enough of Romero, man. I know he's got his, he has his good games and, but it's too many times for me.
Romero's only problem for me, because I like the fire, I like the passion. I don't give a shit what anyone says. It's just an honest opinion from myself. I like that fire, I like that passion. The problem I've got with Romero is consistency. If he could up his consistency for less important games, I feel like he'd be rated a far better player by his own fans. Yeah, I don't think it's liability. I feel like from time to time he makes some decisions. Fine, show me a player that doesn't do that.
I mean, it was just such a crucial moment in the game, right? Honestly, we needed points. We were in the game. We were doing okay.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
Man United had the better chances up until that point, but it's just another game. We're going to lose him for 4 matches. I mean, I maybe it's, I don't know. Anyone else wants to come in? Is it due to the anger he has towards the board? He's just snapping on the pitch. What else? Anyone else want to say anything about it?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll go. Listen, I thought up until we got sent off, I thought Spurs were doing all right. To be fair, we did a watch along on the game, and I'm sure others have as well. And me and Nige both commented before the red card, we was doing all right, nothing special, but it was a 50-50 game at that point. United had a couple of good chances, to be fair. We had a sustained spell of, I don't know, ball possession, if you like, without doing too much with it. But a good 15 minutes or so, I think it was 95% possession Tottenham. Not that possession wins games, because it doesn't, but we did have a little spell where we weren't too bad in the game. The red card, I sort of agree with Benji to a point, because I look at it from, and I know what Guy says. Yeah, people wore studs back in the day. Football was a different game back then. It was a different game. Honestly, Guy, I've got to say, yeah, they were harder. Men were harder.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? And yeah, it was in today's game. It was a red, and maybe in a yesteryear game, it may also have been red. And, you're going to have some momentum on a follow through when you're tackling with that force, I believe, anyway. Not unless you're just doing a block challenge, right? But again, it's not the first time he's done this sort of thing. We're not mind readers. We don't know what's going through his head at the time. You know what I mean? He should be just thinking about football. He's on a football pitch, But he's gone for it, and whether some agree with it, some don't. Again, he's done it before. We had the Chelsea debacle, didn't we? And I'm a bit like Benji. I want to see those, thunderous tackles and stuff like that, Dan. But I just don't think football's that game anymore. It's just they've took all. I said to Nigel the other day, I feel like they've took all the manliness out of football, if that makes sense.
Sanitized it, mate. Sanitized it.
That's the word, I suppose you'd use. Yeah. But yeah, and after he got sent off, I just thought it was pretty much all one-way traffic after that. I couldn't see how we were going to get back in the game. It is what it is. It could have been a lot worse. It was 2-0, and I think once you go down to 10 men and, primarily just sort of put 10 behind the ball, which is what happened, then it is what it is. How are you going to score a goal?
He took the pace off, didn't he, Cookie? He took the pace off. He took off Wilson. I thought, what was he doing? Why is he taking the pace off the pitch?
I did think that. I must admit, when we was doing the watch along, I didn't, I thought, why is he taking him off? Because even though Odibert hadn't done a lot, to be fair, he did have some good movement. Simmons was getting over to him from time to time, and he was pulling players about a bit. Again, Odibert wasn't doing much, but he was, making runs to make space for others. So in that regard, yes, I agree. He probably shouldn't have took him off, because there were little, bits and pieces working over there. But he did what he did at the end of the day, and we got beat 2-0, and I suppose you can look at it to the fact of we only lost by 2. It could have been a lot worse.
Fellas, we've taken off Odibert, right? We've taken off Odibert. But who's the alternative? Because you're not going to take off a Xavi who's slowly coming in form. You're not going to take off a Solanke who is currently in form. I mean, I heard a lot of people complain about taking Odibert off. I get it, don't get me wrong, but what's your alternative? I mean, out of curiosity, would any of you take anyone else off? Or anyone different to Odibert?
Well, I think Stel's got a lot to say about this one, because I heard you on We Are Tottenham TV. You thought it was Frank's approach after that red card was shocking, right?
Yeah, it was double negative. We went from negative football to double negative football. Anyway, Stel, you talk your piece, my man.
Yeah, I just think that there's two ways you can look at it. You can just do the simple thing, which is what most fans will do, and just say, right, Romero, your fault, you're to blame, that's why we lost. Or you can actually apply a bit of intelligence and say there's still 65 minutes of football to be played. Do you just surrender and give up then? Is that how football is? Does every team that go down to 10 men just say, right, we've lost? Or do they find a way to at least put up a fight and say, we're still going to try and win it? Against Liverpool, we went down to 10 men. We kept going at them. We went down to 9 men. We scored a goal because we kept going at them. For me, I think there's 3 parts to this game. The first one is the sending off. For me, it's a straight red. At first, I thought it was a yellow. And then I thought, you know what? The grass is wet. It's been raining. Maybe his foot slipped and he's overdone it. But then after looking at it 5, 6, 7 times, it's a red card. It is. It's if you're born in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, it's not a red. If you're born in the last 20 years, it's a red. I think that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
So Romero put us in a shit situation because now we're down to 10 men. You'd rather have 11 than 10. So Romero needs to take a lot of the blame. But for me, I wouldn't have done anything. As soon as he gets the red, don't take off anyone. Why? Why do you need to make a sub? Just go to a back 4, put Paulinho in the back, go to a back 4, play 4-4-1, and just see what happens for 5-10 minutes. Just calm it down. He took off Odegaard, which basically said to Man United, we ain't going to attack. We're just going to sit back and be typical, pragmatic, frank, and we know how that normally works out.
Yeah, we are crap at parking the bus. We are crap at parking the bus.
They scored a goal. That goal had nothing to do with Romero being sent off because they've drilled it to the edge of the box. How many times have you seen teams this season score from the edge of our box?
Oh, thank you.
It's got nothing to do with Romero not being on the pitch. It was just crap defending. So Romero being sent off is the first thing. Frank's initial response to it, I thought, was poor. And the third thing is, at half-time, you've got 15 minutes with the players to come up with a plan and a strategy. Now, there's no wrong or right until the final whistle. That will decide if it was wrong or right. Frank decided to sit back for most of the second half, try and stay in the game, and wait to the last 10 minutes to make the subs and then try and get something. That was his tactic. It failed. It's as simple as that. It failed. And the warning signs were there because Man United scored 2 goals that were deemed offside. So that goal was coming. What I would have done is done exactly what Frank did, but on the 60th, 65 minute, now we go for it. Now we try and play football and see if we can get something. And I would rather lose 3-0 knowing we tried to win it than lose 1-0 or 2-0 having surrendered the game, because it's whether it's 3-0 or 1-0, it's 0 points. So you might as well go for it. And this is the negativity of Frank. Most people ain't going to say this. Most people aren't going to have this conversation on YouTube. What you're going to hear is Romero, because that's the easier thing to do. Romero is 50% of the problem on the day. But the other 50% is partly Frank and partly Enoch for not giving us enough players to have a better squad than what we've got. And that's the reality of it. And this has been happening all season. If you go to the start of the season, blame Basuma, blame Basuma, blame Basuma. When fans got bored of that, blame Porro, blame Porro, blame Porro. When fans got bored of that, blame Vicario, blame Vicario, blame Vicario. Vicario gets dropped. Kinski comes in, makes a mistake, blame Kinski, blame Kinski. After Kinski, who did we blame? Back to Vicario. Then it was blame Richie, blame Richie. Now Richie's injured. Right, let's go after Romero. Let's go after Romero. Now Romero's out for 4 games. Who's the victim? Who are the fans now going to attack? Because all I know is, yeah, the squad's not good enough. Yeah, Enoch haven't done the best that they did for us. Last season, we had an injury crisis. Last season, Romero was getting red cards. Last season, we were going down to 9 men as well. Ange got the blame for everything. The way the fan base now is applying the same problems to this season, but not blaming the manager, is unbelievable. Either apologise to Ange and say it's not Frank's fault, or if you're not going to blame Frank, don't blame Ange. You can't be like that. But this is what's happening this season. And I just feel that game, if Romero was on the pitch, maybe we get a draw. Maybe we get a draw. But with Romero off, we're up against it. But the way Frank managed the game, hey, it was average at best. He mismanaged that game.
But Stel,
He's
I've got a
been
question, mate.
mismanaged. Go on, sorry.
That's my take on it.
But weren't you pissed off with Romero, man? Because he just killed it for us, didn't he? You might, looking at his past, and he's done it before this season, mate. How many times aren't you? Is he ever going to sort this out? What is going on with him? Because he's a liability, man.
I'm pissed off that he got sent off, but I'm not pissed off with him because if it wasn't for Romero this year, we probably would have lost 12 points. The goals he scored, the equalisers he scored, he's done more for us this season than any other goal scorer or creative player, except for Richarlison, who scored 7. Romero's carried us.
Goal scorer. Look at that game against Newcastle. That duffed bicycle kick.
Mate, Burnley. I was at Burnley.
Yeah.
Guys, we were 2 minutes away from losing to fucking Burnley. I was there. It was about to be a pitch invasion. Someone was going to get hurt that day. I'm telling you, it was toxic. Then Romero comes up with a bullet header and he saves us. So I do want to have a go at him, Dan. I do want to have a go at him. But at the same time, for every game he costs us, he's also saved us in another game. It's almost like he's cancelling it out.
It's 8 games, isn't it? Now he's missing. Yeah. 8 games he's missing now because of his...
So essentially, so Stel, and I'm going to steal
man. You are right, Dan.
I'm going to steal man. I'm going to steal man. So essentially, you're saying with Romero, we have to take the rough with the smooth, because that's just the player he is. We got to take the rough with the smooth.
Until the club wants to spend £70 million on a better centre back, then yeah. Because what's the alternative? Dragusin, Danzo. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's where we're at. What's the alternative?
Might be Vuskovic, you never know.
Maybe, but right now he's not at the club. So what do we do, Cookie? What can we do?
For me, it was just I was just furious, man, because I thought we had a chance. I thought we were doing all right in the game, and it's just frustration, isn't it? Of the season, at that time when he gets sent off, you're just like, that's it. We're not getting anything out of this, and it was just I was looking forward to the match.
Dan, can I ask you a question? Why is it we're getting nothing out of this? With 65 minutes to go, why is that? Why is our mentality?
I agree, man. I agree with that. I didn't really focus on that when I did a match reaction straight after. It was, I got to be honest, I was pissed off with Romero. It was all about Romero for me, and obviously, I think he was the one who cost us, and he did, of course. But I'm not blaming him for the season. The season is where we're at because of Frank, in my opinion. Frank has failed massively. It's not just, I just don't look at the game on Saturday. I look at the season on a whole, and we've dropped so many points against the teams in and around us that it's just a desperate situation now, isn't it? We're in a relegation fight, guys. We are.
Listen, fans who hate Romero, they're not going to have to worry about it much longer because he's gone in the summer. So when he's gone, they won't have to worry about Romero. He'll be off everyone's head. And then...
Do you think he's going? Really? 100% going?
Yeah.
Unless we get a good manager come in?
No, I think he's gone. I think he's done. I think he's lost belief that the club's ever going to actually buy quality or build a squad that's worthy for any manager. I think he's been here long enough to know how it works now. He's just another Carrick, Berbatov, Modric, Bale, Kane, Eriksson. He's just another player that's... why might this club? You lot have got no ambition. What am I doing here? And I actually think a lot of fans want to see the back of him. I think most fans want to see the back of him, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it's just, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's very mixed, isn't it, with Romero? People love him or hate him. Oh, I don't know, man. It's just been a horrible season. Does anyone else want to say anything about that Man United game? Or before we kind of move on to the, what's happened after that? Obviously, West Ham winning and things like that. Anyone got any points on that Man United game that they want to bring up? Fire away, guys.
I kind of echo Stel's thoughts on this. I just think that it's just look. So I'm going to take it after the red card. I just think all of the changes and the tactical approach was just double negative. When that red card came in, Frank to me just went, we can't lose this game We can't lose it. We can't lose it, guys. Just don't lose. And here's the problem. We fail miserably under Frank parking the bus. The first time we saw it was at the Super Cup, where he brought on the subs and we had literally 10 men just in front of the goal. And that didn't work out well for us, did it? I just think it's negative football from a negative manager, and I just think that United game just showed it to be completely transparently true.
Yep, I agree. Anyone else want to say anything about that Man United performance? Because it's just another defeat. What is it? 1 win in 10 now, guys? Something like that, or 2 wins in 16?
We haven't won a game this year. This calendar year, we haven't won a game. That is disgusting.
Dan, any which way you look at it, right? Any which way you look at it, whether it's Romero, Vicario, Udogie, Porro, Richarlison, whoever fans want to blame next. And believe me, right, remember this show tonight, Romero's out for 4 games. There will be another person they blame. Someone will get blamed in the next 4 weeks, right? It will be a player. It will be a player. That's what we do. Regardless of what is going on, we do not win Premier League games. We simply don't win them. And what's happening around us is West Ham, who are much worse than Tottenham, they're winning games because Nuno has now got a tune out of them. Leeds United pick up points. Forest have almost closed the gap on us. Palace have gone ahead of us. And Crystal Palace have lost Eze, Elise, they've lost Gueye, Mateta. They've lost every top player, yet they're finding a way to get wins. They're finding a way. There's no excuse for Spurs to not win league games. None. When all the teams around us are, and they're not better than us, what they've got are managers who are better, who know how to squeeze enough juice out the orange to make it a fight. We are sucked into this fight. I'm telling you now, if we don't beat Newcastle on Tuesday, forget a draw. If we don't beat them, we are so fucked with what's coming next. Because when you're in a rut, it's so difficult to get. When you're in that mindset, it's so difficult to get out of it. And if you don't believe me, go and speak to Leicester fans who went down with Tielemans and Ndidi, Maddison, Vardy. They went down with top players because they couldn't get out that rut. And we're in that rut now. I'm telling you.
It's a death spiral. It's a death spiral. Here's the thing, because I know, look, I've got godkids who play in Sunday League and they play, right? Once their mentality is gone from we can win to, oh shit, we're fucked. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's a done deal. Wrap it up, put it in an oven, set it to 180 degrees, come back in the next season, mate. It's done. It's done.
Well, let me ask you all of this, yeah, because I've had enough of Frank, right? I think we need to get rid of him ASAP. Maybe that's, people think that who's going to come in, what interim, etc., etc. But let me go around the panel. Let's start off with Benji. What would you do right now if you could sack Frank and bring in an interim for the rest of the season? Would you now?
That's a good question. At this point, I think we just have to knuckle down and see how things turn out, because I don't think we could bring in any manager who would do any better than Frank with the current players we've got. I'm not sure how many we've got at the moment. What is it? 13 fit players at the moment? Something along them lines that are first team worthy. I'm pretty sure the rest are all kids. It's such a hard one, because look, I am Frank out. I am genuinely. I changed my stance on him probably after the West Ham game. And he did make me laugh after that Burnley game, by the way. He essentially came out and said, if we got a bit more from my strikers and defended just a little bit better,
my God.
games. I sat there and I thought, is this fucking Terry Venables? What is he talking about? But you know what I'm talking. You remember, right, Stel? Yeah. If we played like that every week, you know what I mean? Fucking come on, give me a break. However, like I said, in this current juncture, I think just ride it out. I don't see us getting relegated personally. I'd be surprised. I'd be upset, but I can't see it happening. So, Yeah, for me, I'd leave Frank where he is and just reset the following season.
Take the risk of him bringing us down. We can't win a game of football. This is the
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah, that's
can't win a
definitely
game of
We
right.
ain't
football with this
winning
manager.
nothing.
One
And the
minute,
thing
one
is,
minute. Benji, I need to ask you a question, right?
Go on,
You
mate.
say you can't see us going down. Can you tell me, from the remaining fixtures, which teams are we beating? In your opinion, obviously, it's all opinions.
no, of course, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's funny.
I think
Panther
only
up,
points is Palace. I think
No,
the only points is Palace.
no. You'd expect Man United. Oh, mate, look, it's difficult because I see us on a minor upturn just a little bit. I mean, look, we're unbeaten.
Benji, which teams are we beating?
Is that who we've got next?
No,
Yeah,
I'll bring up who we got next.
I just want to know who Benji thinks we're beating. That's all.
Well, no, I think we could probably look. Listen, we weren't expected to fucking draw with Man City, so it's hard to gauge who I think we can get points off of because there's certain teams you look at and think, yeah, we should beat them, and there's certain teams you look at and think, no, we won't beat them. But the way Spurs are, we tend to come up with a few. Look, if the Spursy thing is to get points against things we shouldn't get points against. That's just the Spursy thing. But in terms of what teams do I think we could get points from? Dan, have you got that display again?
We've beaten one
I-
team in the We've beaten one team in the bottom 7.
Yeah,
I'll tell you we got next.
I only think we're going to get points from Palace. I honestly think the only time we are going to get points is from Palace, and that's at home, and we're playing at home. And do we all know our home form, guys and girls in the audience? What's our home form?
Look.
No, it's utter fucking shit. That's what it is.
1 second, hold on a minute.
I am going to answer your question, mate. I want to look.
I want Benji, right? Because Benji's saying he doesn't think we're going to go down. So I just want him to tell me who we're beating so we can stay up. That's what I need to know.
The next
I'm not
five
trying
is
to break. I'm not trying to
Newcastle.
break your balls, Benji. I just want to know for my own
Amusement.
because I can't see who we beat. I genuinely don't know who we're going to beat.
Only Palace, mate. That's the only team that I can see
I
beating
think
is
we're going to
Palace.
draw.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I think we should be beating Fulham. I think we should be beating
Fulham
Palace.
away.
Yeah.
You know their home record. They've only hold on. I don't think they've
I know, but
decided
on paper, you would think we would beat Fulham.
Oh no! Do you know what? It's your opinion, right? Fulham away we beat. Go on then.
Right, okay. I do think, despite their form, I think we should be beating Sunderland. We've got
Sunderland away.
Sunderland away under the lights.
Listen. Opposed to someone like a fucking Liverpool or an Arsenal, who I categorically think we will get battered by. These are the teams I hope to pick up points against. And it's you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we have to go up at some point, right? Surely it's got to be upwards from here. There has to be a world where we start picking up points. You cannot tell me our next 5 games we don't.
We said that every week for the last 4 months.
Benji, I've got to tell you, right? I'm a bit older than you, mate, and I saw Spurs go down as a kid with a lot better players than what we've got now. Your Perrimans and your Oddles and players like that.
Yeah, Hoddle went down and Waddle.
Listen, man. Listen. When you get in a rut, right, and you're in a big rut, and you've got no forward line. You've got people that don't score goals in your team because of whether they're out injured or whatever. Right. Yesterday, right, I can't understand. A bit like Stel says, why automatically someone gets sent off. Yeah, and it's like, whoa, everyone behind the ball, come on, we can get a point here. That's you've got to have an outlet in a game, one way or the other, somewhere, even if it's the same outlet all the time, and you've got to get help to that player. The amount of times that we hoofed the ball up the pitch, Solanke was there on his own with 2 or 3 round him, and no one's getting up the pitch to help him, and then straight away it's coming back again. It can't be sustained like that. Look,
I hear you, mate. I do. I just, like I said, when I say it, I mean it literally. I can't see us going down. To me, something like that it can't happen. I'm not saying what games we will definitely win. Of course not. But for me, it's impossible to see Spurs in the Championship.
Benji, all it takes. No, Benji, all it takes is for West Ham or Forest Hill to go on a run of good games and we're fucked, mate. It's not about our performance. You got to
I'm
realize
trying to
the league isn't
fucking
static.
cope here, people. Would you please let me do it? Okay? I've got enough shit in my life. I support fucking Tottenham Hotspurs. Just let me have this, all right? For fuck's sake.
So Benji,
All right, we're
you'll
not
stick
going
with
down.
Frank,
It's
mate.
all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'll send you some virtual hugs.
Look, boys, come on. Surely we pick it up. I mean, look, there's been over the last 4 games, we had a few instances where we looked pretty fucking decent. We looked good against Man United. Surely we start picking it up now. Surely. But we've not looked terrible.
No one cares how you look. The league only cares about the points on the table.
I know that, but I just.
Listen, at the
Benji.
end of Feb, Benji, I'll ask you, at the end of Feb, right, if Spurs haven't won another game and West Ham have, yeah, and nicked a draw somewhere and there's like 2 points in it, yeah, and like someone told me yesterday, and it's true, I didn't think about it this way, it's not just about West Ham. I'm looking at West Ham because they're, you know, in that relegation place down there, that last relegation place. The other 2 are probably gone, right? So, but Palace are there, you know, Forest are there, and one other. So, as these teams and Leeds, as these teams gradually climb above us and get to us, right? As we get pulled in, Benji, right? And we're like, you know, West Ham are 2 points behind us. We've got March, April, and May to go. Yeah. And then the fight's on, right? The fight's on. You're now in a proper relegation battle, right? And then everyone's picking up points around us. My question is to you, if we find ourselves in that situation, have we got the bollocks to get out of it? And my thing is, it's not about going down. It's about when we get to that point, yeah, and there's 2.5, 3 months to go of the season, and every game's a big game. Every game you got to get a point or you need to win. Or you're 1-0 down, yeah? There's 45 minutes to go. If you don't score a goal, you're going out of the league. Have we got it? Have we got it in us? Have we got that
And we
fight,
can't
that
rely on goal
bollocks,
difference.
that steel? Have we got it, though? And I don't think we have.
But guys,
here's the thing, Cookie. Here's another thing. Our goal difference is shagged now.
Yeah, it's come right down, isn't it?
But look,
Do
guys,
you know
what
what I
Scott
fall
says,
back on?
Sorry, Benji. Just what Scott says in the chat here. Which teams are West Ham beating Leeds, Forest? The difference for me is those teams have got momentum. Not so much Forest, but they're winning games of football. Right? This is the difference. And for me, until I see Spurs start winning a football match, I think we're going down. Honestly, we can't.
When have we seen
Tuesday night's massive, by the way. I forgot to put that on.
Did he say which teams are West Ham beating? They're all beating Tottenham.
Yes,
they're beating us. Us.
They all beat us.
Well, that's one.
They all beat us.
They're beating us, man.
They all beat us.
What is it? Man, it's not funny, man.
Still, big up, man.
All right, guys, we've heard from Benji. We want to stick with Frank and take that risk. Who else? What else would anyone else do?
Okay, well, let me wipe my eyes because I don't think I've seen a comment so hilarious in my life. I love you, Scott. Please keep on commenting. He's not the man for us. It's double negative football. Here's the thing, Spurs fans. We always ask this question in our little circle, but the problem is it's not for us. Here's the problem that I have. We put trust in the board and the owners to get a new manager. I don't pick the manager. Stel don't pick the manager. Dan, you don't pick the manager. Ben, you don't pick the manager. It's Enoch. And I know it's rebranded to the Lewis family, and I don't give a shit. It's the same. It's the Who song. You know what I mean? Just vet someone better.
Guy, who though? Have you got any names? Because honestly, it's a tough question to answer. As an interim.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna quote Lange. It's a Champions League thing. You know, we can't get managers because Champions League happens. To be honest, I said this jokingly to you. Someone said, "Oh, would you bring Poch back?" I said, "I would rather bring a cardboard cutout of Poch and put it at the side of the pitch than have Thomas Frank." I'm at my. Do you know what? I would rather this club roll the dice on anyone else than this, because here's the thing: I'm judging on all the games that he's been a head coach, and I've seen all the games, and I'm seeing patterns that this is not the man. I'd get anyone else. Give anyone else a punt. Anyone else want to pick this up? Because we can put names out like Glasner's at the end of the season. You know, you've got.
I'm talking now,
I know
guy.
people
right now. If we were going to sack Frank,
Right
say
now.
we lose the next 2 games,
Yeah.
right, a decision's got to be made, surely, right? We come off a
Fucking
bad defeat against Arsenal.
Still win, isn't it? It's the only choice. Still win.
Still win.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
and that's it, mate. Get us out of relegation trouble. Mate.
All I got to do is get my UEFA A badges, 600 quid and 2 weeks of training. I'll do it.
There you go.
But
two weeks. Good luck with that.
yeah. It's 10 hours. It's essentially 12. No, it's 24 hours in person and 10 hours online. But anyway,
UEFA A.
I can't remember. But I'm doing this.
It takes a couple of years, man.
Yeah. But anyway, but here's the thing. Like I just I know. I'm just joking. But here's the thing. I'm just like anyone.
Yeah, but guy, you can't just say name. You've got to say someone. Yeah, because this is it, isn't it? Because I don't know. I've had to look into it. I honestly wouldn't know who.
Dan,
Stel?
can I say
Have you got any
something,
names?
This question's a bit this question's a bit unfair, because at the end of the day, Lange gets paid millions of pounds per year to solve these problems, right? It's his job to find a manager to come in and sort this out. Like I could say to you, right, bring in Redknapp, and someone will say he's too old.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, all right, bring in Robbie Keane. Oh, he's not going to leave Ferencváros. Okay. Go and get Poch now to do a Tottenham, USA. Oh, why would he do that? Whatever name I give you, someone will counter it and say, no,
buts and maybes.
Because they don't want to hear alternatives. They don't want to hear it. For me, what I would do is maybe bring a team. So a Harry Redknapp and a Tim Sherwood, or a Harry Redknapp with a Defoe, a combination of Spurs
people,
experience.
Yeah. That's a good shout. Yeah.
Something like that. Ideally, if I could pull it off, I would go to Xabi Alonso and I would say, you haven't got a job. You're waiting for a job in the summer. Do you want a part-time gig until then? Come in, just help us. Here's £1 million a month. And at the end of the season, if you fancy it and it all works out, maybe you can stay. If you don't, fine, we'll go find another manager. But just for now, and even when I said that, people are saying, oh, so you want to bring a manager that's going to fuck off at the end of the season? And it's almost like whatever you say, there's pushback. At the end of the day, keeping Frank isn't working. We don't win games. Guys, we don't win games. That's why we're in a relegation crisis.
Honestly,
that has to stop. Someone has to stop that.
Like I say, I mean, I know Gareth Bale loves his golf, right? You know what? I would bring in, if I was the board that owned Tottenham, right? If I was the board that owned Tottenham, you know what I would do? Right. I don't know how to manage a team. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know how to own a football club. I don't know how to manage a team. Do you know what? I'd get all the Tottenham legends. So for a meeting, I'd get Jermaine Defoe, Gareth Bale, Glenn Hoddle. I would get Robbie Keane on a Zoom call. I would get them on a Zoom call and a meeting and say, look, guys, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. What do you think is the best way forward? And we would have a meeting. Like I say, it's because, like I say, I was on a meeting this morning and we were discussing the board and what to do, and we all were just thinking, why aren't they listening to the TTIDs, the Tottenham Till I Dies, the Gareth Bale, the Ledley Kings? Get Heung-min Song on a Zoom call. get all these people. Why are they not listening? To me, the way we are going now and the trajectory that we are on now is unacceptable as a club. It's acceptable as a fan because I'm kind of just like, yeah, whatever. But like, it's not my money on the line here. You know what I mean? It's not my team. It's our team. We support it. But if it was my team, I'd be listening to Jermaine Defoe. I'd be listening to Gareth Bale. I'd be like listening to people that actually know football. And these people just seem to me that they're not doing that.
Guys, listen, there are top managers available without a job right now. So you could even give them the job to the end of the season. There are managers out there. You know, there are. Cookie, any idea, mate?
I haven't got a clue on a manager, Dan, to be fair to you, because I don't know who comes to Spurs at the moment.
Do you take Maresca to the end of the season?
Mate, I don't know who I'd take. Honestly, I just think he's here. I think he's here till the end of the season. I just think he's here because
he could get sacked, mate.
Listen, they've had plenty of excuses and reasons to sack him, right, up to now, and they haven't.
So he's unsackable.
We can all see it. No, I'm not saying he's unsackable. I'm saying that I think they're prepared to take the risk of what's going on till the end of the season. They think he can do enough to keep us up, right? They'll probably boot him at the end of the season and say that they're resetting and starting again, right? What I want to know is, right, we're supposed to have had this war chest, right, for January. Right, no, hang on, hear me out a minute. We're supposed to have had this war chest. We spent 13 million quid altogether, right? Just about, roughly. I know Stel's probably going to come back to me and say, well, that's net and whatever, but let's just say,
I agree.
You know, let's just say Gallagher and Johnson was about the same money and we bought Sousa, right? 13 million quid, right? Out of 150. Just before that, we qualified fourth in the Champions League and they was guaranteed another 50 odd million quid, right? So don't worry about adding it on. No, I'm just making that point, right? Now we're going to get to the end of the season and let's just say we do finish 17th, 16th, whatever, and we stay up. That's great, right? So you're then going to get, and I've already heard the stuff, there'll be 300 million quid in the summer. What you all worried about? We'll go again. I hate to disappoint people here. I hate to disappoint people, right? We ain't going to be in Europe next year, right? Where's the 300 million quid coming from? Because if they ain't giving you the 150 million quid in January when they say they've got it, by the time we get to the end of the season, there'll be fuck all left. Time they've sacked the manager and got another one in, there'll be another 30, 40 million quid gone. Time all the backroom staff have come in and everything else. And then it'll be, we sacked the manager to get a new one. And that money we was going to spend on a player, we ain't got it no more.
But Cookie,
and it's the ever-evolving circle, Dan.
Yeah.
One way or the other, they do it. So it looks every so often that we might be changing in a window.
No, I agree, mate. But the way Frank carried on.
We all get excited for the January or the following summer. Fuck all. Right? While this lot are in charge, it will never change. They're not interested in football. The dilution of Tottenham Hotspur has started. Trust me. Right? People will come back in a couple of years' time, whatever, and you'll all see it happening. Standard of football and players is going that way. Right? At the end of the day, it's true. I'm watching it happen in front of my eyes. It took a while for it to hit me, but I'm seeing it now, right? We are banging trouble. And unless we get a win and get some confidence in this team, right? And I get what Scott was on our channel the other night, and I get his point, but they've got to win, and can they get to us, right? When you're picking up fuck all, even when the other teams are picking up a point here and a point there, and they're just creeping that little bit closer, Tottenham's bum's going to be going like this, mate.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly,
right? Trust me, it is.
Yeah,
it's going to be. Ain't going to be squeaky.
Preach, Cookie, preach.
No,
preach.
Open profiterole.
Well said.
Me, right?
Yeah.
People need to understand we are in dangerous territory. Whether a new manager changes that or not, and you get a bounce and you get those couple of wins, yeah, I'm with Stel. Tottenham people need to be involved. And I don't think necessarily just at managerial level. I think you need someone up there that knows something about football. All those pricks up there, right? No, fuck all. 13 people on the board, apart from this new bloke that's come in the last couple of weeks. No, fuck all about football. On the pitch football. You
Okay,
know what?
no,
How are we
Cookie.
supposed to get anywhere when these people ain't got a fucking Danny LaRue they're employing?
Cookie, we're trying to look at what can be done in the short term. That's what I'm talking about, man.
New
Honestly,
manager and a
there's
bounce.
got to
I
be
don't know
something.
who that is.
What do you really think, though?
Yeah.
The truth, man.
How do you really feel about it? Like, mate, that was. You know what? He's spot on what he said, though. Everything he said, spot on.
No, he is spot on.
I can't
He is
disagree with any of
100%.
that.
He's 100%. Guys, please smash the like button. There's 61 watching. If you're new to the channel, sub, much appreciated. Thank you for all being here. Please subscribe to the guys as well. Guy, Benji, Hotspur Hood, 2 Mark Show, and Stel Spurs Corner. I'm going to bring their links up in a minute. Thank you so much.
Do you know what, Dan? I think this Newcastle game is the most important game of the season so far. Because I honestly think if we don't win it, with what's coming next, Liverpool, Fulham away, who are good at home, 6-point against Palace and a trip to Anfield, I honestly think if we don't beat Liverpool, we are in the unthinkable is thinkable. Sorry, if we don't beat Newcastle, the unthinkable.
Yeah, I was about to say Newcastle, and Newcastle.
This is beyond big.
Shall we talk about that?
Newcastle
game
quickly.
form.
You're talking about Tottenham's bogey team. We're not going to beat Newcastle.
Okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm looking at the form, and I've got a Newcastle fan who's a good friend of mine. He said we're going to lose at Tottenham. I was like, you're going to lose at Tottenham?
Yeah, but our home form, man. Our home form.
I know, it's the home. That's when I said, when people say where we picking up points, right? I don't see Leeds, because you've got Leeds and Crystal Palace, right? Both of those games are at home. Our home form, guys, chat, panel.
It's tragic.
Our home, no, it's not tragic. It's fucking embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And we've got, and I know I'm going to go back onto the manager. He's like, we need our home to be a fortress. A fortress? A fortress? Our home is not a fortress. It's 3 points, Lane.
Guy, tell us about the Newcastle fixtures, mate. What's going on with them? Why are they in a slump? They're not winning games, are they?
No, they're not winning games. So what I'm hearing, I'm okay, cool, mate. So what I'm hearing, Newcastle fans are not optimistic about this. They're not optimistic about it. They've got injuries. Eddie Howe is in hot water. Obviously, they've had a worse transfer window than us, both times in the summer. They're not confident. Their fans aren't confident. Maybe that will materialize with the atmosphere on the pitch. I may or may not go.
Newcastle. They're not scoring many goals, I hear. They're not scoring many goals.
No, they're not. They're not, because yeah. All it takes is for a bozo moment in defense, innit? Or Vicario kicking a ball. But no, to be honest, like the Newcastle fans that I know, they are not confident. They are not confident against us. They're really not. Hopefully that will materialize on the pitch. But here's the thing. There are no guaranteed wins. And I always do this now when I say guaranteed wins. Always this. Personally, if we show some fight, some grit and determination, and I'm looking over there because I can't look at the camera to say this because otherwise I'm going to laugh into it. Maybe we'll win. Maybe.
But Guy, going back to Newcastle, right, and anyone else in the panel, what's going on? What's going on with them? Why are they in this slump? People say that they're juggling Champions League as well, Premier League. They haven't got the squad for it. They have got some injuries. They're missing Joel Linton. They're missing Gordon's now out. He's injured.
Yeah, Gordon's out. He's a baller.
what's that player, that striker they signed? What was it? Wolfermeida, is it?
Walter Meader.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walter Meader. Yeah, he's a
not
Goth
scoring.
German.
Scored 6 goals in the Premier
He's a
League.
big boy, Jesus.
Wizard scored only 1 goal since he's been at the club. Eddie Howe, at least he's honest. He came out in his press conference yesterday and said it's on him. Why they're not? They lost, didn't they, at home to Brentford.
Yep.
They're not in a good moment, are they? They've got a Champions League playoff to play, haven't they, at the end of the month?
What
Anyone
better
else
place, Dan? What better place to come to than Tottenham?
I know that. I know.
You know what I mean?
Anyone else want to comment on why Newcastle are performing poorly? Is Eddie Howe, is it run its course there now? Is he just not being backed? You know, they've got PSR issues, haven't they?
Yeah,
they're hamstrung by PSR issues. That's their problem.
It's the
Which
same
is
with
crazy,
Villa, isn't it?
because they're such a big club, Newcastle. I won't lie. Despite them being our bogey team, I've actually got a bit of a soft spot for them because I think I feel the pain of Newcastle fans where they've been up there or been close to it, and then it's kind of dropped back down again. But yeah, I just think they're hamstrung by PSR. But then to be fair, so are Aston Villa, and they're right up there. So I suppose that's really an excuse. I don't know. But yeah, like I say, I've got a soft spot for them. Look, when it comes to the game, I am absolutely convinced they're going to pump us regardless. But look, because the fact they're not scoring goals, that's how I know they're going to pump us. Because when a team or a player has scored for X amount of games, whatever, Dr. Tottenham is always on hand. So, yeah,
Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth, Wolves. Essentially, come to the nice part of North London, mate. It's a great stadium. You'll get your away team to get some points, mate. That's how I feel like it. And I just think that our home form is just reprehensible.
Is anyone going to make a prediction? Is anyone brave enough on the panel to say he's winning this game?
Yeah, Newcastle will win 2-0 or 2-1. I think it's a confidence thing, Dan. Both teams, I think Newcastle are low on confidence at the moment. Spurs are low on confidence at the moment. What bothers me is like the lads have said, the home form's not good. Newcastle coming to Spurs, I just think, they've got injuries as well. I don't know if Bruno's back. Is Bruno back from tomorrow?
He's back, yeah. He came on yesterday.
Yeah, so he'll be back. You know, we know he's a decent player at the end of the day.
They've got a good record against us, Newcastle.
Yeah, listen, Dan, I've got to say, tomorrow night, if Spurs players don't believe they're in a relegation fight, they shouldn't be footballers, mate. Because if we can all see it, why can't no one else? If they can't get themselves up for tomorrow night and get over the line and get 3 points, yeah, for me, that managerial team, everyone should be pumping this lot that's available tomorrow night to try and get 3 points because it's so important. So important. It can make a massive difference to the outlook on, about the position of going down. We get 3 points and West Ham lose tomorrow. We've gained another 3 points, and you're sort of talking, well, it's 10 points now, 9 in the goal difference. You know what I mean? It looks a little bit better. We lose tomorrow, West Ham win. Fucking hell, mate. What's the shit hit the fan? What's the shit hit the fan this week, mate? Because all of a sudden, all the people that said, no, we can't go down. Yeah. And I'm not about picking names, but there's lots of people in chats now. We're not in a relegation thing. We'll be all right. It's Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? Listen, mate, you're never too big to go down. Honestly, you're never too big to go down. I sincerely hope we don't, and I sincerely hope we don't embroil ourselves in a relegation fight. But I just don't think we're
losing, Cookie. Yeah, you think we're losing?
I think we'll lose 2-1. Yeah.
I hope
I'm wrong, by the way. I really hope I'm wrong.
I think we're going to get a draw. But I don't think the draw's good enough. We have to win.
Who's scoring, Stel? Who's scoring, just out of interest? I want to pick your brains. Who's scoring for that 2-1?
Listen.
Who's scoring for that draw, sorry?
Paulinho can get a goal. Solanke can get a goal. Van de Ven can get a goal. Xavi Simons, maybe. There's players that can get 1 or 2 goals. I just feel that this game is one of those moments where you can't lose it. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record because I said the same thing before West Ham.
Yeah,
said
West
the
Ham,
same thing
Bournemouth,
before
Wolves,
West Ham.
Leeds, West
Yeah,
Ham.
Bournemouth was different, but West Ham, I thought, no way. I just think because West Ham can smell blood. They've got the bit between their teeth. They're different. Newcastle, they're the same as Spurs right now. They're all over the shop. So I just think you're going to have two average teams play each other. I think we're going to cancel each other out. If we lose, right? If Cookie's right,
Classic
and we lose,
mid-off. Classic mid-off.
it's a mid-off. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's a draw. But if it could be 0-0. But if Cookie's right and we lose, guys, I'm telling you, all fucking hell's going to break loose.
Yeah,
because the game after that, we are going to get annihilated against Arsenal. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Smashed to oblivion.
I'm not even going to say their name,
We
mate.
have
I'm not
to.
even going
We
to say
have
their
to.
name. I'm not even going to say their name. We
We
are
have
going
to
to get.
beat
We are going to
We
get.
have to beat. We have to beat Newcastle, man. We have to. But
Yeah.
I don't think we will. I think it's a draw. I don't think we'll beat them.
Guy, prediction, mate.
I honestly, I know. Here's the thing with injuries, and I know that they're not coming in on good form. But that here's the thing, and it's an excuse that I've heard from everyone and every pundit and every media. Oh, but they're in bad form. Sorry, come to 3 points late, mate. You'll get 3 points. I honestly think it's going to be a 3-pointer. I think it's going to be a nasty 1-0. I think it's going to be a nasty 1-0 to Newcastle. I really do. I think it's going to be a bozo moment in defense. Here's the thing. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Chelsea. I'm seeing Bournemouth. I'm seeing Wolves. I'm seeing West Ham, and I'm seeing bozo moments, man. I'm seeing bozo moments. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be an. I honestly think it's going to be a goal through our error. And that is bloody depressing, boys and girls, in the chat and panel. Boys and girls, that's how much I think of our team. And I fucking love our team. And I just think they're going to have a bozo moment and it's going to go in the back of the net. Vicario's going to get surprised. The defence is going to get shook and we're going to concede. We're going to concede.
Okay, mate. So your defeat. Benji, mate, what are you saying?
Like I said, I think Newcastle are our bogey team. I've seen them absolutely fucking destroy us. It's not a weird thing, but I'm going to be really, really honest. I've gotten past the anger stage of Spurs. I'm done. I can't be bothered anymore. But I won't lie. After that West Ham game, I personally have felt Spurs have performed admirably, albeit in halves rather than the whole games. And I've started to see a few things click. I've started to see better performances. So although I've got, strangely enough, a little bit of confidence, I am convinced we'll probably get battered 4-1. And that's not a joke. I've seen them batter us so many times. But like I said, at the same time, I am starting to see a few things click at Spurs. And listen, we can all be negative. We can all say how it is. That's fine. But I'd be a liar if I sat here and told you over the last 4 games that I've watched, even that Man United game, I saw positives in that Man United game. You can bitch about the result, fine, you've got every fucking right to. But I still saw a few positives in it. You know, I am, well, I'm not convinced that'd be a bullshit as well. I think Spurs are ever so slightly starting to build an uptake. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this, right? You've got a team in transition, right? Because that's what we are. We've been that for a couple of seasons on. And you've got a manager in transition. So Frank has come in, whether you like him or you don't like him, most of us thought he was a good manager and a good choice. Frank has had to learn what it's like very quickly to go from a low-level team to a high-level team. The expectation is through the roof. And over the last 4 games, I've seen some positivity from Frank. I mean, I know we're complaining about the Man United game and how you felt he reacted, but I'll say this much. In that Man United game, I felt like Frank went for stability after that red card. And you could say, oh, we should have still gone for it. Let's be honest, numbers don't lie. The likeliness of you pulling off a miraculous win against a Man United in 4 with 10 men is minimal. I think what he did was go for stability and hope for a counter. It didn't come, fine. But if I'm trying to be positive here, and believe me, that's what I'm trying to do, I've quietly over the last couple of weeks built up a little bit of belief that maybe, just maybe, Frank could maybe turn it around and then we could start producing results. Go for it. Go for gold. I know someone wants to shout at me to say it.
But no, so your prediction is a Spurs win, mate, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
No, despite the confidence, I still think we're going to lose based on them being our bogey team. So I know that kind of goes against
all of this for a
No,
loss.
it's because they're our bogey team.
We lose.
They're our
What are you
bogey
doing?
team. I'm just saying, if it was someone else, because I know Newcastle.
Benji, you're the weirdest bloke, you know that.
No, because I'm trying not to be fully fucking negative because I'm sick and tired of hearing it all. I'm trying to give some positivity.
Listen, Benji, if it makes you feel any better, Benji, yes, the Man United game, I'm sitting here before the game going, I think we can beat this lot, you know. I really think we can beat this lot. And I'm listening to other channels as well. And, you know, maybe not as, I wasn't confident, but I'm thinking, you know, even with this bare bones team, if we get at this lot, do you know what I mean? And I think for the first 20 minutes, we've done all right. I've got to be honest.
Right. But Manchester City, the second half, I thought we were fucking fantastic.
Why though?
We didn't win. We didn't win.
Fucking Manchester City!
What is it?
What is it? Come on!
It's like Lubo. I do a show with Lubo, and all he ever says to me is green shoots. I can see green shoots.
Green shoots.
Lubo,
Fuck the green
if
shoots,
you
man.
don't win, what are the green shoots?
Because if we don't do this, I will smash my head against this fucking wall.
We don't win.
I tell you what.
Oh, Benji, mate. Benji,
right?
I applaud you. I applaud you.
I
applaud
you.
you.
There's so many, right, that say, I can see positives. The last 5 games have been loss, draw, loss. Where's the positive?
No, fine.
Where is it?
About performances. Fine, we're not getting the results. But
Performances.
have improved.
Performances. What performances?
Ding, ding, round one.
Mate, we picked up 2 points out of the last 15.
I know,
but
I've seen positives in the performances. You can't tell me that's not fair to say.
2 points out of 15, and I
see it too, but the performances have
Benji.
1 win in the last 10. 3 points out of 30. I can see green shoots.
Benji, I need you as my wingman. If I ever get single again, I need you to be my wingman because you'll be like, no, man, go for it. You got a chance, man. You got a chance.
I see positives. What's your prediction? We're going to get back.
Okay, well, Stel, let me ask you a question.
We're going to get back.
Well, Stel, seriously. Have you, in the last 4 games, seen positives in our performances?
No.
Hold on. So let me just get this right. You saw no positives against Manchester City whatsoever.
No, because what happened? Our shit performance put us 2-0 down. The reason we were in the mess was because we were crap.
Yes.
I mean, look, within those 4 performances, I'm talking, but this is before Man United, by the way. I'm talking, look, we had 2 victories against fucking our Champions League opponents, which is positive.
Forget the Champions League.
That's not the Premier League. Right?
I know, but I'm grasping, okay?
Benji.
All I'm trying to say is I've seen positives in the last 4 performances. It's not, because listen, before that, I'm with you. It's been fucking dross. It's been dog shit. And in those last performances I'm talking about, it's not been the whole game. It's been very game of 2 halves in all 4 games. But all I'm trying to say is that, at least on the outside looking in, because I've had friends tell me the same thing, there has been positives in our performances.
They're all deluded.
Well,
can I just jump in here?
Are you?
Can I just jump in?
Help me.
1 second. I've got to jump in because, you know, the mention of green shoots got me running into the front room there. So, as you know, it's allotment season. And Benji, I've just had a word with a missus. And she's just said to me, Benji, you're more than welcome to have a lettuce.
Bean
All right?
sprouts.
So there's a lettuce there for you, mate. There's about 20 of them. Whichever one you want, mate, you're more than inside. You can have it. She said it's free. She'll send it DHL so it don't get damaged. All right?
Oh, did you miss me?
Sorry, Benji, I had to do that, mate. Sorry, I've got to take them back now. I'll be
God.
back in a minute.
I'll be back for my
Oh
fucking
my
cabbage.
God.
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
All right, I need to dry my eyes. Benji, you're a legend, mate. You're a legend.
Yeah, that was great, man. I enjoyed that. So seriously, guys, look, most of us on the panel, I don't think I can't predict a win. I can't. There's nothing to go on. Honestly, a draw, a safe option, I guess. But honestly, I don't believe it until I see us actually win. Then maybe I'll have some belief again. But till that time, I can't. I'm not hopeful. I'm not hopeful at all.
Yeah.
We can't beat anyone.
Yeah,
Let's be
Frank
honest
is
here.
going to set up not to lose, mate. Frank is going to set up not to lose, as always. As always, he's going to set up not to lose.
Can I say, right? I'm not trying to give Benji a hard time, right? I understand what he's trying to say, right? That we're taking more shots. We are trying to be a bit more attacking. I get it. I get what he's saying. The problem is it's not working because we're not getting results. Like I was at Burnley. We were 2 minutes away from losing to the team bottom of the league. We were 2 minutes away from it. And the problem is when you're in a relegation scrap, no one gives a shit. It is about the points. And it's a bit like when you're Arsenal and Man City, it looks like it might go to the wire. With 5 games to go, if they're tight, no one at Arsenal and no one at Man City is going to give a shit about performance. They just want the win. They just want the win. And that's why the best managers in the world are the best, because that's what they do. They get the win. So for me, the green shoots, because we're in this relegation scrap, and I do get what Benji's saying, the green shoots can't be, oh, look, we're passing a bit more. Oh, look, we're attacking down the wings a bit more. Oh, we're taking a few more shots. The green shoots have to be wins. They have to be, because that's the position we're in now. I totally get what Benji's saying. On the optics, you can say, do you know what? Look, we are taking more shots. We are getting into the other team. Yeah. I get it. But that can't be green shoots given the circumstance we're in. Benji, do you see what I'm trying to say?
Still,
if we were 4th or 5th, if we were 4th or 5th, if we were 4th, 5th, I'd agree with you, but this ain't the time for green shoots, bro.
No, for sure. Do you know what? When I say that, what I mean by it is I'm hoping that in turns into results. That's what I'm hoping for. Is it a stupid thing to hope for? Yeah. But what else have we got? Okay, I'm hoping these performances, these slightly improved performances, I'm hoping will eventually in the next month or so start turning into results. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But yeah. Thank you still, by the way.
That's a fair comment. He's hoping that it becomes results. The issue I've got is it's not at the moment. So until it does, Benji, until it does,
I don't live in hope.
And we're running out of games. We're running out of games.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Dan knows this. Dan knows this. You know this. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a philosophical lie. Hope allows you illusion and delusion. I cannot live on hope. Hope is not going to get me points. All right. Playing for the win is getting us points. And that's what we need. Points, or point.
Guys, do you know? Sorry, Stel, just want to say something. It's 88 watching, likes on 31. Please, guys, just get it up to at least 50 likes for the show, man. Much appreciated. Just smash the like button. Yeah, subscribe if you're new here. Thank you. Sorry, Stel, go for it, mate.
Do you know what I'm worried about? You know, in that Europa Cup final, I saw players throwing their body on the line. I saw Vicario making wonder saves. I saw Van der Ven just making scissor kick saves off the line. I saw our players busting a gut. That cup final is how we need to play every single game. That level of we are not fucking losing this. No fucking. And I'm not seeing it. When I see Mbuemo free on the edge of the box with 5 seconds to pick up his shot, that moment there did not happen in Bilbao. We're not letting that shit happen. because we're shutting it down. And unfortunately for us, that's not happening now. And do you know what my concern is? I think I'll go back to something Cookie said. I don't think our players realise we're in a relegation fight. I don't think they realise it. I don't think Frank thinks we're in one.
No, you're
You think
right.
they're that arrogant?
No, he's been gaslighting
No,
us all
I think
season,
they just
mate.
think we're going to get out of it. We'll just get out of it.
Yeah, they're not.
It's fine. Just believe. Here's the thing. Again, it goes back on hopes and vibes. That's the problem I massively have when I speak to any fan of a football team, right? When you say, oh, we're not in a relegation battle, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. Okay, so you're taking the best case scenario and keeping it as a guaranteed. That is not a guarantee. We're talking about football here, boys and girls. We're talking about football. We ain't talking about an AI simulation here. We're talking about football. And you're right, Stel. I do not see fight. Like I say, I wear our Tottenham shirt with more pride than our players right now. And that's a damning indictment to our players. It's a damning indictment. Damning indictment.
That goal in Bremo scored was just a gift, man. It was literally like there's no one on the edge of the box, and like, he's their best striker.
Same with Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers did the same. Morgan Rogers did the same with Villa.
I just don't see how a team that's fighting for the win leaves the best striker on the pitch completely unmarked. Like, no one in the team
though, still as well. They had a corner, Man U. And they swung one out to the edge of the box, and Bruno was there, ready to hit it on the volley. He was closed down eventually, but he had no one within 10 yards of him when the ball was coming over. You know, so I don't know why we're not marking up at the edge of the box. Is it a zonal thing that they're doing, Stel? Or some sort of, I don't know what they're doing there. But there's lots of times when we're not marking players on the edge of the box from corners.
Look, there's so much wrong, man.
On that one. We've been
there's
caught
so much
out.
wrong. Yeah, listen, guys, this show is called Relegation Watch, yeah? And part of it I wanted to talk about was our relegation rivals, the results at the weekend, right? So we see West Ham win. Palace won today, right? Anyone watch that game?
No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't.
1-0 to Brighton,
I did.
wasn't it? Yeah.
I did. I did.
How did they play? You know, are they on the up now, Palace?
I wouldn't say they're on the up. All right, so here's the thing. Look, Palace are weirdly in the same. Okay, so you got to look at the situation. We know Glasner's leaving, right? They've got their players gone, right? Here's the thing: they need to stay in the Premiership. I almost called it the Premiership. Jesus Christ, going back a years. They need to stay in the Premier League, because if they don't stay in the Premier League, they won't be able to get a manager. They won't be able to get a manager that is recognised enough. And also, I know they won the FA Cup last year, so they are a trophy-winning team last year. It's kind of like us, right? We won a trophy last year. I think the internal politics, a lot of fans don't like Parish. A lot of fans think there's a lot of problems with their club.
They're selling all their best players. That's why, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and well, they bought one of our best players, didn't they? They bought one of ours. Yeah, it's all good. Here's the thing. I look. They are fighting to stay up. They are fighting to stay up. Palace. They really are.
But at least they won. That's the difference between them and us. They won a game.
That's the difference. That's the difference. They are looking to win more games. They are in a fight, and they are going to fight. Same with West Ham. Here's the thing. There's a lot of politics and business with the London Stadium. I know a lot of people don't know this, but here's the thing. If the London Stadium does not get inhabited by a Premiership team, London taxpayers have to pay the burden in that local council if they go down. So the players have a responsibility to their local council as well, to the stadium. There's a lot of fight in those teams, man. And here's the thing. This is the reason why I'm like, it's dangerous. There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't know just as football fans. I just think it's dark. And Crystal Palace are actually fighting. They're actually fighting.
That's the form table.
Oh, look at that. That's depressing.
And did you know a lot of these teams was around us as well? Here's a little fun fact for you. I think I've said it. You might have heard me say it. These teams here that are around us, a lot of them, since Conte left, they've got a better record than us overall in points. Your Brentfords, your Fulhams, all those types of teams. Can you believe since Conte left, their record overall in points accumulated is better than Tottenham's? You've got Brighton, Fulham, Brentford, and then there's one other as well that's down there. It's madness, mate. Like I said to you before, Dan, the standards dropped so far, something's got to be done. I don't know what that is. Just reset the whole fucking club, mate. Because I don't know what gets us out of it, mate. I'm not talking about going down. I'm just talking about generally in the position that Tottenham are in now. The board have got no interest. You know, in whoever manager's there, we've seen the cycle work so many times. We've had the best managers. We've had managers coming up through the ranks like Pochettino, who sort of made it work. Didn't win, didn't get over the line, but the football was decent. Everyone was enjoying it. Tottenham in their last season at White Hart Lane, 17 wins, 2 draws, no losses. You know, and I think that's what Spurs fans want to see at home. You know, not necessarily going all season unbeaten, but, you know, losing as many games as we do at home is ridiculous. Something's got to be sorted out. And what I would hasten to add is, lucky our away form has been half decent this year. Because if our away form would have been like our own form.
Oh my God, yeah. If our away form, if our away form matched our home form, we would be in Burnley or West Ham territory. Because I'm looking at the table now. I'm looking at my phone. Right, so the teams below us is Leeds and Nottingham Forest, right? Look, 29 points, us. Leeds, 29 points. Nottingham Forest, 26 points. West Ham, 23 points. And also above us, Brighton, do you know, because the way they do, 31, and Palace, 31. Brighton 31, Crystal Palace 32. That is congested. That's congestion.
Newcastle are only
right
3
there,
points
right?
above us, aren't they? 4 points, Newcastle.
Yeah. They're on 33 points, right? So, and it just disheartens me, right? So here's the thing. If we would have won, right, so we're on 29 points, right? So 6-6, so we would have been on 34 points, right? So if we'd have won some home games, right? Some home games, just a couple. Let's just say 2 home games, 6 points, right? We would be on par with Fulham and Bournemouth. With our goal difference, add a goal difference for winning those games, we would be above them on goal difference because they're on a -2. That is shocking, right? So at this point in the season, if we were at that point, right, you would say, oh, let's get a push to the Europa League. Let's get a push to the Conference League. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. Ain't happening in a month of Sundays, mate.
Forget about Europe, man. That's done. It's finished.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. And it's so depressing to see where we could have been if we just won. I'm not asking for all home game wins. I'm just saying 2. No. If we'd have just won 2, we could have done a push for Europe. Just 2 home games.
Well, Frank thinks we've been playing well in the last 8-9 games, hasn't he?
Oh,
he said
we were.
This is what I can't cope with him, honestly. And also what he said after the transfer window shut. He was bigging up Enoch. Come on. He was praising Enoch. He was telling us they had ambition. I mean, is this guy stupid or what? Why is he saying? Why is he talking like that? Why is Thomas Frank talking like that? It's like he's up their arse. Honestly, does he not know the situation?
He's a yes man. He's a yes man.
Super yes man.
That's yeah. His nose is so far up their arse. It's so brown they could go to South Sahara, mate. So
yeah, but that's
I'm not having
these days. Every manager is a fucking yes man these days.
He's a super yes man now, isn't he, Benji? Don't you think, mate?
I suppose. I mean,
did you hear what he said?
No, I did. He also mentioned the Semenyo thing. I mean, look, listen. Realistically, I know. I wonder if the calibre of players that we were going for in the January transfer window just didn't want to come, because I'm sure we went forward with just Semenyo. I hope.
John Duran wanted to come, didn't he, Benji?
Yeah, but
John
what's
Duran
going on
wanted
with
to come, didn't he?
the
Look, whether you
Colombian
think
fella?
he's any good or not, look, I've got to say, right, whether you think someone like that is any good or not, or whether he's any better than what you've got, we're fucked. We ain't got no players, right? So at the end of the day, even if you got him in and he was on the bench, boy, instead of a kid, do you know what I mean? We're lining up with 11 players and 2 senior pros and a bunch of kids.
Even a couple of loans.
You know,
they could have
they've
done.
got no excuse. They've got no
sure.
excuse, Stan. Sorry, they've got no excuse. Yeah, and the manager as well. If he's being offered players, it's not like the geezer's never played in the Premier League. He scored goals in the Premier League. Yeah, he might not be the best ever, but it's another option. You know, and they're refusing them, Benji.
No, I hear. I'll tell you this much, right? For me, this whole New Look Enoch, they've got till the summer. And let me tell you, if they don't spend big in the summer, which they're projected to do, apparently, if they don't spend big, that's when the bomb will truly fucking explode. Because
Benji, we've heard it before, mate.
No, listen, we've been sold a fucking dream. I know.
They ain't doing it, Benji. They ain't doing it, mate.
I'm
not doing it. I'll tell you, Sam, Benji, you'll say I'm deluded now, right? You know, you see your Archie Grays and your Oddie Bears and your Lucas Bergvalls and players like that, right? The way Spurs are going, right? Those players will be your senior players in 2 or 3 years' time.
Oh, I know.
And your players like Mickey van der Ven, Romero, and anyone else you think's half decent in the team, they're going to be gone. The next lot of youngsters are going to be coming to fill the squad up, right? And you're going to end up with 1 or 2 senior pros in there, mate. They've got no ambition up there. They don't give a fuck. They're not interested. They've shown it, Benji. And Benji, for you to think Spurs are going to go and spend 150
No, I don't think
that.
Do it, mate. No. That's not what I was saying. No, I hear what you're saying. Look, no, that's not what I meant. All I was saying is if they don't go out and do that in the summer, that's when I think.
What are they going to do, Benji? What's the fan base going to do?
Wait. That is your line in the sand. That's your line in the sand. If they don't do it this summer.
Hold on. This New Look Enoch took over after the summer transfer window opened, correct? After it shut, sorry. That's when this New Look Enoch took over. When I say New Look. And they've had 1 transfer window so far in January, which, and again, I'm not making excuses because there is no excuses for not bringing in reinforcements.
They blew it.
No, of course, 100%. But as we all know, January can be tricky. So, you know. But no, hold on. Cap it back up for a second. Hold on. All I'm saying is, come the summer, there is no excuse. None. And you've got to understand, there's only been 1 window under this New Look Enoch. So come the summer, if they don't do what they promised us that they'd do, I don't think any fan...
What are they going to do, though, Benji? What are the fans going to do? What are they going to do, honestly?
Can I say goodnight, guys? Because I've got to be up really early tomorrow, so...
Cheers, Stel, for coming on, mate.
Nice speaking to you, mate.
Yeah, lads, have a good one. Up the Spurs on Tuesday. Dan, thanks for having me on your show. Like, subscribe, everyone. Have a good night. God bless. Ciao.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Take care. But Benji, you talk about what the fans are going to explode. What do you mean by that? What are they going to do? And if the Spurs don't spend big in the summer, what are they actually going to do? What's the consequences? Because most fans, they keep turning up at the games. No one's up for the protest.
I was there at that West Ham protest, by the way. That was embarrassing. Look, as we all know, this fan base is massively divided, and there are still some that have faith in this New Look Enoch. You know, you see it. I just think once the summer rolls around and we don't do what they promised, not what we think, what they promised, because they've promised us a few things. They've said, look, football's going to come first. We're going to bring in higher quality players. We care more about results than ever. Fine. You know, they said they're going to invest. Brilliant. Thomas Frank has told us they're going to invest. Fine. If they don't do that, I think the fans are going to lose their fucking mind. And I don't think...
And what does that look like, Benji? In your opinion, mate? What does that look like? They're not going to renew the season tickets or what?
I mean, look, unfortunately, because of the size of our fan base, I think season ticket sales are never really going to be a problem. That's just a bit. That's just the total reality. But I do think protests may increase. The numbers should increase. I just think by the end of the summer, the toxicity around Tottenham Hotspur will explode worse than it is right now. And it is pretty bad right now, but there are still some that have faith. If they don't do what they've promised us by the end of the summer, I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you this much: it will explode. People will
But
lose
Benji, mate, they promised us this January as well, mate. They promised January as well through the club's own words.
It's true, but they also made a statement saying it can be difficult in January. Look, the reason why.
What? So just 1 second. So again, it's not again. Again, I'm not fighting you. I'm fighting the club's statements, right?
Yep.
And here's the thing. If I'm a believer of the club's statements, I haven't been a believer in a long time. Right? So here comes the summer, right? Summer comes around. They go, oh, we can't sign players because it's a World Cup year. It's really difficult in a World Cup year. Oh, yeah, no, we can't finance because we don't have a stadium sponsor. We're not like Man City. Oh, yeah, no, it's all right. We're still paying off the state. I'm reeling off the excuses, which I know they will use, right?
Was that an impression of Vivian Lewis, by the way?
Oh, I know. I grabbed my balls nice and tight for that one.
Oh, I really want to spend some money, but
I really want to spend some money. Oh, it's a World Cup year. We can't get those £80 million players because we're not that high in the league, which is their fault to begin with. We can't do this. Here's the thing, man. I honestly think as older supporters, and there's a difference between a supporter and a fan, and older fans, I think, and also the young uns as well, the youngers are not having it. I think these excuses will run these courses. If the summer is their final nail in the coffin, I'm here for it, mate. I'm here for it because I have no faith. I'm sorry, mate. I'm not a faith person. I have no faith in this ownership or this manager or head coach or whatever you want to call it to secure any talisman, which we all know what that means, right? We're talking Klinsmann, Edgar Davids, Van der Vaart, Berbatov, Bale. We know what we know. We know what we've seen from history, right? So we know what a talisman signing is, right?
At the time, hold on. At the time, would you consider Xavi a talisman? Yes, you would.
That depends. Like,
so you've got a player in three
here's
out
the
of
thing.
four.
I used to see him. I like I say, I watch. There's two leagues that I watch: the Bundesliga and La Liga. In La Liga, he was not tearing it up. I don't know about his Ligue 1. I don't know how good he was at Ligue 1.
He didn't really get many games.
Xavi, yeah, but here's the thing. Xavi, I think, was a good signing. I've always said he needs time. I give a player 1 season, a full season to reflect on it. But here's the thing. I know that we are not going to sign £1 million player, £120 million player, an £80 million player. I know that we're not going to do that. The price is not my issue. The money is not the issue. And Cookie, you've said this, and it's now been adopted by many Spurs fans.
Thanks, mate.
I am tired of the dilution of this squad.
That's what's happening.
We sell Brenda Johnson. I don't care if we sell Brenda Johnson. I didn't care if we sold Gareth Bale. I didn't care if we sold Harry Kane. I want better or as good, and that is not what we've got. And I have no faith in this board to do it this summer, mate. As much as they would like to blow smoke up,
Can I ask you a question?
Smoke.
Do you think the reason why we've so listen? We all know that Tottenham Hotspurs have spent the money, right? It's a crazy fact considering what we've actually got in the squad. But do you think that is down to primarily perhaps our wage structure? Because we've spent we're the top 5 spenders in the Premier League since it's begun. Yet we've had wriggle. Do you think that is down to the wage structure?
We can't attract players. Yeah, we can't attract players if you don't put the wages in. And here's the thing: unlike we spoke about Newcastle and Villa with their PSR and PPF and PPP and PRP and PNMP and all that shit, right? But the thing is, we're not like them. We're good financially standing. We are good.
Oh God, yes.
Why? Yeah, and here's the thing: why not have a bump up on the wage increase? Why not? I don't know how much Conor Gallagher's getting paid, by the way. His salary.
Overall,
guys, this is what he said, didn't he? Vinay said that in his statement, right? Whatever you thought it was a load of waffle, he did say that we've got to be more competitive with wages, right? We have to wait. I don't believe it until I see it. That's what we've got to do.
Boys, overall, we are actually paying more, but our top earners are £195,000 a week. But you go and compare that to a club like Arsenal.
It's nowhere near.
United.
It's nowhere near.
But do you know what blows
nowhere
my
near
mind? Tottenham Hotspurs, right? Bear with
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Hold on. Let me throw this out. Let me throw this out.
You land. I need to like Google search on Capology.
Still there, mate?
Benji?
Go on, Benji. Keep talking, mate.
All I was going to say, like, with regards to the wage, do you know what drives me crazy as a Spurs fan? And hear me out here. When you look at Tottenham Hotspurs as a club, all right, if you break it down, our stadium is world class, one of the best. Our training facilities, via Conte and Mourinho, said it is the best training facility in the world of football. Our financial infrastructure, we make more money than any other Premier League club since it's begun. What else was there? There was one more. Oh, that's it. Our owners are the 9th richest owners in the world. So, in essence, you could look at that and go, elite owners, elite training facility, elite stadium. Yet we have the footballing team of a mid-table. It's something that has blown my mind. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Tottenham Hotspurs are essentially a Ferrari Enzo body with a fucking Rover Metro engine. Have you ever looked at it like that before, boys? Because that's what we are as a club, are we not? Well, we are fucking shambles. And the players that we've brought in over the years, what does that tell you? Like, how are you the top 5 spenders in Premier League history? Top 5 since it's begun. And look at the fucking dribble we've got. We're sitting on tails, other bears.
Do you know why, mate?
Why?
Do you know why, Benji? You know, I'll tell you why, Benji. Because it's data-driven bollocks now, right? And no one's using these.
Guys,
that's why they're not using them as much as they used to.
No. Yeah, you're right. And that's the Brighton model, by the way.
Yeah. Just to let you know, so the highest earners with salary, and it's on Capology. It might be not updated for this season. So there are 2 players on 195,000 a week, right? That's Christian Romero and Xavi Simons, right?
Yeah.
James Maddison, Mohamed Kudus, Randall Kolo Muani. Do you know how much we're paying him? 150 grand a week, mate. We are paying Randall Kolo Muani more than Dominic Solanke. We are paying João Palhinha and Kulusevski relatively the same. So Paulinho is on 135 grand and Kulu is on 110. The rest, right, are so Richarlison 90, Mickey van der Ven 90, Pedro Porro 85, which is around about 90, Dragusin 85, Ben Davies 80, and here we go. We are going straight down into the 70 grand a week. These wages are piss poor. Lucas Bergvall and is getting 60 grand a week.
That's a big wage rise for him. When he came in, mate, he was on 10 grand a week.
Oh, I know. But like comparatively, it's nothing. And you know, this Christian Romero, Xavi Simons, James Maddison, Mohamed Kudus, Randall Kolomoani, and Dominic Solanke with João Palhinha and Kulusevski are the highest earners. You can't tell me, as much as I love these players, like, what we doing? This is crazy.
Guys, honestly, I've given up, mate. Honestly, I don't have any belief at all. I don't have any hope after this season. If we manage to survive going into the summer, I've got no hope. I've got no belief. I've got no expectations anymore. I don't believe in this this new leadership group. I don't believe they're going to make the right decisions. I don't believe they're going to go out and buy the top talent out there and break the wage structure. I don't believe it. I've got no hope. Come to the end of the season, I've got no expectations at all anymore. It's finished for me until I see some changes. We're not going anywhere, mate. Come on, let's be honest. We're not going anywhere. We haven't gone anywhere for 25 years. It's the same shit.
You know what, Dan? We're at a point now where we can no longer attract world-class players. I feel like...
When have we ever brought in a world-class player, Benji?
No, absolutely. But I feel like in the last 10 years, we've been of that ilk where we could. You know, the Pochettino era, I'm pretty sure we can attract some of the world's best. I don't mean top-tier elite, but world-class, top-tier players. But I'll say this much, right? The only way now you bring in the players of the required quality is throwing wages through the roof.
Just to let you guys know, Newcastle, who have got PSR issues and all of that, right? So I'm looking at over 100 grand, right? Anthony Elanga, Kieran Trippier. I love Kieran Trippier. Always got a place in my heart. Jacob Ramsey, Aaron Ramsdale, Nick Watermater, Sven Botman, Johan Wissa, Sandro Tonali, Joe Linton, Anthony Gordon, and Bruno Guimaraes. That's Newcastle. They've got more. They've got more players on plus 100 grand than we have, mate.
What's that thing? What's that table when they compare wages? Was it ratio wages or something?
Yeah, Spurs are at 42%, and just to give you an example, Aston Villa are at 96%.
Yeah,
pushing themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they want to buy someone, basically they've got to sell someone first.
Yeah, let's have a look at Aston Villa.
That's how tight they are, Villa. They're really tight.
Let's have a look at Aston Villa. Oh, my God. Right. So you got Aston Villa. Jadon Sancho, which is a hot topic, is on 200 grand. Oh, my God. Morgan, I'm talking about £100,000 per week plus. I'll go through the players quickly. Jadon Sancho, Morgan Rogers, Kamara, Martinez, Tielemans, Abraham, Amadou Onana, not the goalkeeper from Man United, Dean Watkins, McGinn, Bailey, Lindelof, Mings, Torres, Cash, Maitson, Konza. Do I need to keep on talking? Like what? And we're supposed to be a big six club.
Hey, it's a shambles, mate. Honestly, we're being mugged off. As supporters, we're being mugged off. Come on, this is Spurs, isn't it?
Someone might be able to put me right down here, but as far as I know, Arsenal have got more players on plus 200 grand a week than what Spurs have on 100 grand a week.
Of course they have.
Of course they do. Of course.
Yeah. This is it.
That just tells you everything.
And here's the thing. Yeah. And here's the thing. It's not. Here's the thing. And people go, "Oh, money don't." It's not about the money. It's about intent. It's about intent and ambition.
Exactly.
If we showed, here's the thing, we need to boil it down, right? Other teams, and I went on a rival show. I spoke about it this morning when I was morning drunk, but it's all good because it's Sunday, Lord's work, you know what I mean? I went on a rival show. A Filth fan, a Newcastle fan, right? A Man United fan, all said to me, the difference between us and you is we show intent and ambition. You lot are a joke. And I what rebuttal have I got with that?
There's none.
How can I argue against that?
It's true.
What intent and ambition can a football club have when they ain't even got their fucking club emblem on the seat?
Yeah, it's
What
disgusting.
does that
innit?
fucking
Cookie.
tell
Oh
you?
no, you
That's
did not
disgusting,
like
mate.
that, did you?
What does that
Cooks?
tell you, mate?
did not like
Fucking
that.
joke, mate. They're jokers. They're all fucking jokers. All they're
Cooks,
interested in
Cooks,
is everything else
Cooks.
around football. You know, all the other shit that goes on, boxing, fucking this, that, and the
Mate,
other.
you went into
We
the
care
stadium.
about our football.
Cookie.
They don't give a
Cooks.
shit, mate. And that's
Cookie,
it.
you went
I
into the
can't-
stadium, innit, for the first time
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
God knows how many years.
Yeah.
And what did you see in that stadium, mate? Tell us.
It's difficult, Dan, because I was so disappointed, mate. 25 years since I've been to Spurs, and not out of choice. Well, out of choice to the fact of, you know, I didn't agree with Enoch and Levy when they came in, and that's when I took my stance straight away then. I went to the West Ham game. I said to my son, you probably all heard, I say the same thing again, you know, I want to go to a game. It just so happened that the protest was on that day. Phil P won't mind me saying, I don't think Phil P said, look, I've got a ticket if you fancy coming. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll go in and have a look, see what it's all about. Everyone says how lovely the stadium. Don't get me wrong, the stadium's lovely. Absolutely beautiful. What a place. Do you know what I mean? Soulless. Absolutely soulless. We was there for that West Ham
Told
game,
you this,
right?
Dan. Told you this.
Right. When I walked in the stadium, I walked up and, you know, you go up a few stairs and there's a railing there. So you can stand there.
Yes.
Just to the left, on the south side, left of the goal. Yeah. So you'd look over to the right to the old shelf. Right? Where the old shelf would be. Yeah, ish. And I just had whether you think it's like, well, you was there and, you know, you understand how it was. I just think 36,000 in White Hart Lane out was too far louder than
Completely outclassed it.
62,000. And don't get me wrong, I know there's been the odd time, you know, an Arsenal game, whatever, and it's been raucous in there. Do you know what I mean? At times, but you know, that was a derby against West Ham. We was up against it, and the loudest that it got, right, apart from Romero's goal, was Frank out.
Yep.
That was the loudest it got in the stadium. The final whistle went. He started walking towards the south stand. The music was blaring. He must have heard it, though, because he got to about the 18-yard box, was giving it, you know, like he does, and he didn't come much closer. He turned around and went down the tunnel.
Don't stop. Cooks, do you know what happens? Do you know what happens if you put Tottenham stickers on the fucking chairs? The stewards come on and rip them off.
It's not Tottenham for me anymore, mate. I'm
Fucking
sorry.
con job, man. It's
Yeah,
a whole
it's a business, not
massive con
football,
job,
like.
man. This club,
Football, like.
honestly, I think we're mugs.
It's a
Honestly,
fucking
they do.
disgrace, mate.
It is. When you think about it,
Sorry
man,
for
it's
swearing.
disgraceful. That's why I don't put any money into this club. I ain't been to a game since Pochettino, man. I refuse to until I see this change.
Yeah.
I'm not spending a penny on this club, mate.
Thank
I
you.
won't go
Honestly,
again.
I'm not serious.
Dan, again, again, we need to always reframe this. We always come across as negative and all that. Here's the thing: we're not negative. We are reactionary. If they don't give us something to support on merit, we are not going to support it. It is not. Again, I always say this: focus is not on us. Focus is on them. It's on them. We've got a guy here who I've given up my season ticket last year. We've got Cooks who goes to watch. He's like, no, shit. Dan, you don't want to go to a game. Benji, you went to that West Ham game. It was fucking atrocious, right?
Mate, it's disgusting.
It was
250
fucking
quid
awful.
down the drain. 250 quid down the drain. Down the,
Is
and I
it
live
worth
a long,
it, mate?
long way away.
Is it worth
Here's
it, mate?
the thing. So look, it's not worth it, but I won't lie. It's goddamn beautiful. But no, 250 quid down the drain after watching that fucking dross, and it was shocking, make no mistake. I felt embarrassed because I said before the game, I said to Stel, I was with him, but look, thanks to him, he got me a ticket. I said to him, there's no way we lose. I've watched West Ham this season. They are shocking.
It was
Yeah.
a guaranteed win, mate.
Yeah, mate, that's why I went. I was like, easy win, easy points.
Easy
lovely.
game. Easy.
And do you know what?
Good
Right?
team.
We're good fucking team. Spot on. You know what?
Yeah, good team.
After the game, right? Like I said, the entire South Stand were cheering. We're cheering. You're getting fucking sacked in the morning. me, Stel, and the other boys, we sat there for about 3 minutes, didn't say a fucking word, because we were blown away. It was one of the worst performances. That moment exactly was when I knew I was completely done with Frank. Because what I watched, because beforehand I was thinking to myself, okay, it's got to be the players. It has to be. Because prior to Tottenham, we all thought Frank was a decent manager. So I'm sat there and thinking, look, they went downhill with age. They're continuing that vein of form. It has to be the players. After I watched that performance and when you see it live, I sat there and I thought, this is being coached. They're being told what to do and they're following it. There's no, it was shocking. But listen,
No
on that note, I
intent.
do have to bounce. No, it was shocking. But on that note, I do have to bounce, boys. So,
It's all right,
Dan,
Benji,
Benji.
mate.
Lovely to talk to you,
Cheers
mate.
coming on,
Lovely
man.
to talk
People
to
in the
you.
chat, please subscribe to
I
Hotspur Hood.
really wish I have your optimism, mate. I really wish
Mate.
I had your optimism.
if I don't try and play devil's advocate, if I don't try and see the positives, like I said, I will smash my head against the wall. I have to lie to myself. Okay, that's how I cope. Okay, but
Yeah.
listen, boys, take
It's all
care.
good,
Cheers,
of
brother.
yourself.
Benji, mate.
Benji.
Thank you.
Ta-ra, mate.
Guys in the chat, subscribe to the Hotspur Hood if you're not already. Thank you so much. Look, guys, let's just bring it back. We're going to wrap up not too long now. Let's bring it back to the conversation about just looking at the results of the other teams this weekend. I just want to get it over with, and then I want to look ahead a little bit as well. So we have Leeds obviously pulling off that win against Nottingham Forest 3-1 on Friday. Leeds are winning games, mate. They're showing a lot of fight, honestly.
Leeds.
Do you want to say about Leeds,
man.
Guy? Cookie?
Oh, here's the thing. Leeds. Right. So I've got a couple of Leeds fans as well because that's how we roll. Leeds want to do one over on us just to prove something. They want to prove something. They really want to prove something against us.
We've got to play them.
You know, at home, they are looking to really put one over on us. And here's the thing, I actually, if they come in with the mentality that they are coming to London and going, lads, it's only Tottenham, we need to put this game to bed, because I said this about a month ago. I think I said this to you, right? Leeds and Crystal Palace are the only points I think we're going to get. When I say points, I say 3 points, right? But the problem is it's at home, and I think they're gonna come down all the way from up north, and they're gonna want to prove a point. To me, it reminds me of, like, you know, Sunderland versus Arsenal, right? You know what I mean? Like a team that's got those, and Leeds have got a great away fan base. They're really behind their team. I think it's going to be a struggle. I do, because they play a very distinct physical type of football. Unlike Sunderland, they didn't pay a load of money for a shitload of players and a new manager, right? So we've got Daniel Farker, who is a very pragmatic manager, going against a very pragmatic manager. I think it's going to be purely on the players, man. I think it's going to be on what the players want more. And if Leeds want it more, they're going to get points over us.
Well, their results lately, right? They've obviously won on Friday night, got smashed by Arsenal, but they went to Everton, got a point. They beat Fulham, lost to Newcastle away, got a draw against Man United, and a draw against Liverpool. So they're picking up points, man.
Sounds kind of like our team. Kind of sounds like our team, doesn't it?
No, but they're winning. They're winning games. That's the difference. Leeds are winning games.
When's the Leeds game, Dan?
I don't know. It's not
Is
yet.
it way down the line, is it?
Yeah, it's not yet. No.
Well,
I just wanted to focus on their results recently and their performances and stuff.
I just briefly, I worked in Leeds for a bit. I don't know. I only know a couple of Leeds fans, not really to talk to, but from back in the day. And what I will say is about Leeds is that if you'd have asked a lot of their fans, they'd have said to you, look, it's going to be tough this year. Do you know what I mean? Like Guy said, haven't, bought mega top line players or anything, got got a pretty pragmatic manager in Daniel Farker, but at the same time, you know, he has sort of been up and down with Norwich, and he knows what the game's all about down the bottom of the league, right?
Yeah, he does.
Now, one thing I will say is about Leeds is that whenever that game comes up in the season, if that happens to be one of those games where, you know, it's a must-win game, you know, if it gets to that stage, and I don't know when the fixture is, but Leeds fans, for me, Leeds fans, are the most vocal in the country, right?
Yeah,
they're going
to make a day of it.
They'll come to Spurs, they'll get pissed up, and whatever else, and they will sing and sing and sing, right? That West Ham game the other week, all I heard was West Ham singing from the other end of the stadium, right? It shouldn't be like that at Spurs. You know, I've mentioned before, there will be division from fans in different aspects of the club because there's so much wrong, right? But if people can't see what Enoch have done over the last 25 years, and again now, been duped again, then I just don't know, mate. We've got to be together on trying to get new people in, the fans, that is. You know, it's no good having, like, for argument's sake, let's say, you know, we win against Newcastle Tuesday, it all goes quiet again. It all goes quiet again because we've got those 3 points. West Ham are probably losing. All of a sudden, we're back out to 9 and goal difference again, which means they've got to win 4 games probably. You know, so it's difficult. It's a big game Tuesday. And I think every game now, and especially every time we lose without winning now, the games just get bigger. The more that closes, the harder it's going to be.
Yep. And look, Chris
just
point in the chat, guys.
Comment, just to go on that comment, didn't Leeds want to prove something against Ellen Road? Yes. Here's the difference, though. It's at our home turf. Spurs CC, you got to realise at home, our record at home is dire. They are smelling blood in the water. There is blood at 3 Points Lane. Anyone wants to come to Spurs, let's just give them the 3 points. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. I think, and again, like, I don't, even Odeberg has said, this season, I don't like playing at home because it's too much pressure. Okay, Ellen Road is different from Spurs, right? I don't know the capacity of Ellen Road. I haven't been there. Have you ever been there, Cookie? Have you ever been there, Danny?
Once I went there back in the day. I think it's somewhere between 35 and 40,000, something like that.
I swear to God, our home section dwarfs Ellen Road.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I mean? It's considering the atmosphere, and we go on about the home atmosphere. We don't want to go over Old Gravy because it's nice and stale and got the skin on it. But you know what I mean? Yeah, they have every team has something to prove to come to Tottenham because we've got the best stadium in London. We do have the best stadium, objectively. We're not going on feels here. We have the best training ground. We are clear of PSR issues. All of this prestige that is on Spurs, any away team wants to come here and wants blood in the water, man. They are going to
Guy,
fight.
Cookie. This answer Vindaloo's question, mate. Big up to you, mate. How you doing? Ask yourself, are you better than Leeds, Forest or West Ham? Have a good think about it. Not that you should be. Have a little think. Now, for me, I think we've got a better team, better squad than those teams. I just think we're poorly coached, poorly managed by Thomas Frank. I've got to be honest here. We should be better than them, but we're not due to Thomas Frank, I think.
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah. It's on the manager. Just a quick one. I'm going to go on mute and I'm going to kill my camera because I need to relocate because my girlfriend needs to go to sleep. But I'll be back in 5 seconds. Cookie, you take the stage.
Yeah,
Okay,
no worries, mate. No worries. Yeah, Dan, we are. I mean, look,
Come on,
I think it's
squad wise. I know we slate it.
squad wise, yeah, and it's difficult because a lot of those players that are in the squad are not about, right? For whatever reason, injuries mainly, right? I think when you put our best 11 out, including the fit players, line it up and then do Leeds, do Forest, do West Ham's, you're going to say, yeah, we've got a better team, right?
But we ain't
Whether
got
we've got a better team
at
at the moment because we've got nothing coming off the bench, team-wise, probably still, yeah. Because like you picked that team that we had against United, how much more would you have changed?
I just think what we're lacking is also the fight, isn't it? The fight, the heart.
This is the
passion.
problem. This is what I've been saying, Dan.
So they're better than that. These teams at the moment are showing more than what our team is showing. So they're better in that way. But player to player, we should be beating these teams.
I agree with you, and I do put a lot of the blame on Frank for what he's got, but also I do put it on the players as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because we know that these players have performed to a better standard than what they are now. We know that they're at least a mid-table side down. I mean, I had us down to finish 8th.
Yeah.
This season, at the beginning of the season, I thought after finishing 17th that if Spurs could get a Conference League place, yeah, and just get into Europe at whatever level, then it wouldn't have been a bad season and like stabilise and everything else. But we can't even put a full 90 minutes of football together.
Cookie, in seasons past, last season is bad too. We've always managed to beat the lower teams, the mid-table teams.
Yeah.
Obviously we've always struggled against the top sides. This is madness, isn't it? The last couple of seasons here.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are pointing towards quality of player. I do understand it. The drop off, there is a drop off. And I looked at the last 20 signings and the majority of them were kids or average players. There's only about 5 signings. That's I thought, okay, they lift the level a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
Would those top 6 sides sign those players? No, it's give and take, really. You could argue it.
Yeah.
You really could.
Yeah.
Would they go in for those players like Kudos, Paulinia, Solanke? No, I don't think so.
That'll be our signing in the summer, Dan.
What?
You watch. They'll make Paulinia. They'll sign him. Paulinia a sign, and they'll say, "Well, we've signed him. There you go. There's your signing."
Well, that's a good signing.
That's the sort of thing.
He's a good player.
But
I like him.
But
No.
But coming if look, okay, so if we're doing FIFA cards and on paper, Dan, you know this. I think this squad is better than what it is in the league. I think it is. I think it is better than a 17th. I'm sorry. Jed Spence, I'm looking at the defense. Let's go from our first team picks to striker, right?
Right.
Jed Spence, good player. Good bloody player.
Yeah.
He's really shown it for England and Tottenham. Good player. Bloody good player. Romero. Okay, red card, whatever. Let's put that aside. He's a good player. Argentinian. World Cup winner. Good player. Van de Ven. Good bloody player. Good player. He pretty much helped us not concede a goal in Bilbao. Good player. Kevin Danso. Good player. Not great, but good player.
Reliable.
Player. Right?
Reliable player, isn't he? Solid.
Yeah. Udogie. Injury prone, but good
I don't
player.
particularly rate him, man. Honestly, Udogie, he's very injury prone. I'm not sure about him, mate. Honestly, but fair enough.
Let's go again. Not exactly shit though. Is he shit?
No, he's not
total
shit.
Dog shit.
No.
So we got Dragusin. He's been all right. So then we haven't
seen him enough, mate. Dragusin, it ain't worked out for him yet, has it?
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a flop.
We're going to see him now.
Yeah. We
yeah.
will.
And now we're going to our midfield, which is this where it just falls apart for me. Pat Matasar, all right player. Not good player, all right player. Xavi Simons, I consider as a cam. good player. Maddison's out. Kulu's out. Gallagher, all right player. Not great. He's all right. And we've got Bentancur, which can't pass the ball forward. We've talked about Bentancur till we die.
Well, his injuries are caught up with Bentancur, isn't he? But he's still an experienced player. He still adds something to the team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not useless. He's not shit.
Yeah, exactly. Basuma. Discipline issues. Massive discipline issues. We knew that. He's had discipline issues since every club he's been in. But he's an all right player. He's not great. He's not good, right? And then we look at our forward line, right? We got Tell, all right player, all right. Kolo Muani, he's all right or is he shit? Is he all right?
Who's that? Tell,
yeah.
Tell, it's a waste of money, really. You know, we don't even play him. We haven't even seen him have a good crack at it, have we? Really, he's in and out the side. I think there was money wasted. Should have gone out and bought someone proven, but. You know,
I agree.
He was supposed to be a talent, weren't he, at Bayern? But if he was that great, they wouldn't have sold him.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, same with Kolo Muani. Same with Kolo Muani. Get out of our club. 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 You're fucking renting. Get out of our club. Sorry, old chance. Right, so we've got Kolo Muani. Dominic Solanke, which to me is a different type of striker than Richie, but for me is a little bit more creative. It doesn't do ball watching. It doesn't do bird watching. He's an all right player. He's an England international. Hopefully he scores in the World Cup, right? You got Odebert, young player, promising player. He's better on the right than he is on the left, right? And then we've got Bergvall, all right player. And here's the thing. I'm looking at our squad.
It's potential, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at our
Wilson,
squad.
Potential.
Yeah, I'm looking at our squad.
Gray.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Gray. I ain't talking about Gray. It's kind of that Eminem lyric. I don't want to talk about, you know what I mean? To me, Archie Gray is a 5 out of 10. Terrible for Spurs. But anyway, this is a squad, to me, that is better than West Ham's. This squad is better than Leeds. This squad is better than Crystal Palace's right now. This squad is better. I am sorry. I think
Brighton,
he's better than Brentford's.
Brentford.
Brighton's a bit. Brighton's different because Brighton a bit weird. You know what I mean? They always take a punt on the new one. Yes, Scott. Thank you. We agree. I'm sorry. I'm not doing any more Archie Gray glazing. I'm never gonna have Archie Gray on the back of my shirt. I'm never gonna happen. But no, I'm sorry. But this. Look, Dan, you know, I think this team is sixes and I know I always say this 6s and 7s, and the kids in chat are going to be like, oh, 6s and 7s. But I think on their day, we can look at 7s, maybe some 7s. You know what I mean? But Frank ain't getting a tune out of them. And when I say
take any
7s,
of these players, guys, Jimmy, big up Jimmy, mate. Would you take any of these players?
Somerville,
Somerville, Muello.
I'll take Bowen. But the problem is you've got the Bowen
Sels.
and Kudos problem.
Anderson, there's some good players there you'd take.
Yeah, Anderson I'd take.
Some good players there. Yeah. Listen, I think what you got to factor into all this is, Guy, you've just gone through the team there pretty much and said everyone's average or good player. Or
Kudos,
very
you mentioned Kudos.
Yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
Right, what I would say to you is...
he's injured.
Please don't interrupt me. Just let me say this little bit.
Go.
40 million on Archie Gray. 10 million on Lucas Bergvall. 40 million or 35 million on Wilson Odebert. Yeah? And Matthias Tell. 40 million. Whether it was out of the Harry Kane money or not, it's still money that's been spent. Right? There's others as well. Probably the best part of 200 million quid that Rob McKenzie has advised Johan Lang, that these are the players that we need. Right? I'm sorry, right? On all counts, right? It's not good enough.
No, it's not.
Just not
Dilution.
good enough. And you're spot on what you said earlier, and you're right. We do spend money. No one can say that Tottenham do not spend money. We're one of the biggest spenders out there. But we buy, as Scott would say in the chat, too much meh. Unfortunately,
guys,
that's where we're going with it, Dan. We're
let me
buying
let me come in here now, because Spurs have always been a team which the manager has to get more out of them, right? That's always been the case, right?
Agreed.
And it worked with Poch. Poch did it. Number of managers have done it, right? They got more out of the players, yeah. Now, what's happened in the last couple of seasons with Ange and Frank? It's gone down, hasn't it? And I think they're the wrong coaches for the team. I think if we had a better coach in there, a better manager, I think we could get more. How much more is I don't know, but we shouldn't be fighting relegation with these players. I think we should be at least top half of the table, pushing for Europe with these players. Obviously, injuries are going to impact, of course, going to lose games, whatever. But this is dreadful, man. And I put a lot of it on Frank, and I'll keep saying it because he's not getting much out of this lot, is he? He's so pragmatic. He doesn't go attack games with enough intent for me. And I want to see another manager at the helm. Will Enoch hire the right manager? Well, that's another question, isn't it? I don't believe in them that they will hire the right man. We'll have to wait and see in the summer what happens. But look, I get it. A lot of these players are average. They are average. And as I said a little earlier in the show, I went over it, and we're signing mainly kids and average players. What do we expect?
But here's the thing.
We don't expect much.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. I'm sorry. In history, I've seen great managers get amazing results from bang average teams. Look, Jose Mourinho did manage us, but I've seen Jose get Europa League winners, Champion League winners. I've seen Unai Emery get better results from bang average teams. For me,
guys, 5 minutes. I've got to shut the show down, everyone. By the way, big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for watching and comments and everything. Much appreciated. Smash the like button. Subscribe to Guy. Subscribe to Cookie.
We've gone for 2 hours.
5 minutes, and we're shutting down, guys. Final thoughts.
I'm 9 short to 750, so make sure you get over. I'll be on in the morning.
Go over to the 2 marks. Give him a sub, mate. He's working his socks off, man. He's putting shows on all over the place. Morning shows, evening shows. Yeah, go and give him some support, man. Big up.
Cheers, Dan.
Look, 5 minutes, guys. Final points of the night, and we're going to shut down. So whoever wants to take it first.
Final points for me. Essentially, I think at the end of the day, a better manager can get a tune out of these boys. I'm sorry, they can. I just go off vibes or whatever. I think it's possible.
Yeah, we shouldn't be not being able to win a game. That is just disgraceful, isn't it? That's why I want a manager gone for us quite a long time. But people don't rate the players. Fair enough, man. Each to their own with their opinions on the squad. You know, everyone's got their own opinion on it. Yeah, I know mine is. I'm sticking to mine.
Yeah, Dan, I totally agree that something has to change. Whether that be the manager or not, and they can get someone in to get those 2 or 3 wins just to get relegation out of, everyone's head is a different. So I just think that he's going to stay. Honestly, I think he's going to have a really bad run for him to actually think, hang on a minute, we're in trouble here. I think he's here till the end of the season, mate, and then they might change it at the end of the season. If they have every excuse to get rid of him. West Ham, they could have got rid of him. Do you know what I mean? And they didn't. And they've stuck with him through the window, give him nothing, and probably just said to him, there you go, carry on, just make sure we don't get relegated, mate. And they're pinning their hopes on him, aren't they, at the end of the day? It looks like it.
Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah, it does.
It is what it is, mate. It is what it is.
Guy, closing comments of the night.
Coys. Point. Let's not get relegated. I can't be dealing with that. As much as it's funny to see them go against Charlton next season, I really don't want it, because here's the thing. Owners, you need to show intent and ambition. Until we see this, we're going to be negative fans, because we are negative, because we're reacting to the bullshit that we're seeing on the fucking TV screen in the stadium that we go. You're getting read the riot act, aren't you?
No, I just thought one of my kids might have woken up, but I don't think so. Guys, I just want to big up people in the chat because a lot of people has been here a lot throughout the whole night, and I really appreciate
2
it.
hours,
I'm
mate.
going to read them all out. Scott, number 1, CEM, number 2, Rob, James Hunter, Robert, he's been here as well, Rob, but sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Is that right? Philly's been here for most of the night as well. Lucky Singh, big up to you. Jimmy Hotspur as well. Look, Russell
Big up,
as well,
Jimmy.
man.
Legend. Yeah,
Russell.
Jimmy Hotspur.
Big up Fielder Prez as well, by the way.
Yeah, big up to everyone, man. Homeless Potato, David Clark, Thomas Mullen, Dominique, Stuart Austin. Look, big up Chris, Vindaloo, Art, TFFC, N17 Roughneck, Ghosted, Kipper, TFHFC,
Ghosted, fellow
so many.
SE Londoner. Fellow
Mashina
SE
Joe,
Londoner.
Paul, big up to you all, man, for watching the show tonight. Much appreciated. And if you could just smash the like on the way out, really helps the channel. Subscribe to Guy from the Lane. Subscribe to Cookie. Subscribe to Ben as well, Hotspur Hood, and also Stel Spurs Corner. And enjoyed the show, guys. It's been we had a laugh, didn't we? We had a laugh. We had some jokes, and in this horrible time as a Spurs supporter, it is desperate. It's really depressing stuff. We'll keep turning up. We'll keep coming out on YouTube and speaking about our club, demanding better.
Yeah, we'll collect the flowers.
We're not going anywhere.
Just let everyone know we ain't going nowhere, mate. We want our Tottenham back. We want our Tottenham back
until I die.
We say it as it is.
Die.
Yeah, we will. We're not going anywhere. We've got to show up even in the bad times, man. So we will do. But I'm going to end the show, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Take care of yourselves. And let's hope Spurs get a win on Tuesday against Newcastle. It's desperate stuff.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Points.
And as always, come on, you Spurs. Take care. Good night.